Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Rakak Kodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to the sincere, you know what I mean, elect teaching this truth, man. All right, man. Hey, you know what, man? The first scripture to start off with is Ecclesiasticus 2, you know, because obviously Hanukkah, you know what I mean, is here, you know what I mean? And if you read the actual story, like of our forefathers in a time of persecution, man, right? Well, guess what? They overcame, man. You know what I mean? In the spirit, you know, and we're about to go through the exact same thing now, you know, because you know the spiritual temple is Israel, man. Starting off with those that are of his elect, man. All right, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, this is Sirach chapter 2 and verse 1, and it reads, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord."
Someone get Romans 12 as well. You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean? Because this truth is about endurance, man. You know what I mean? You know, you remember the actual the scripture speaks about when you come to serve the Lord, you have to what? Bear that cross upon you, man. That's like speaking about what? That all the trials and tribulations and persecutions that they actually experience in this faith, man. You know what I mean? Go ahead, bro.
Yep. It says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation."
Yeah, man. Because again, this faith is about what, man? Like endurance. Remember, the scripture says, "He that endureth unto the end, the same shall be what? Saved," right? And Acts 14 speaks about it through much tribulation, man. Because you know, like Jake, you know, hear about this. Yeah, man. I'm a Hebrew.
Super duper, man.
I'm a king. I'm a super warrior. So every, you know, I'll fight everyone. I'll do this. No, man.
Like,
look, man,
remember when you had not ICPK. IUIC. Remember when you had them marching? Remember when they were on that high road, and even the crackers were looking at the office windows. Ice. And then there was loads of them. It was like, they all look like, and then they always got them Trojan looking cats, like big cats and like stormtroopers. It's it, go on.
No, it's true though. It's true.
And they were marching in lines, like
yeah. Christ. Yeah, exactly.
Cross. Marching for, you know. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, man. But hey, that ain't the actual spirit to actually what's out there, you know.
Yeah.
True. These Homo sapiens and their guns. Fuck that spirit. Go ahead, bro.
This is Zephaniah 3 and 8. You gotta be like the Elder Ramar who sent me a clip of XXX Sensation. We gotta get to the 9th dimension, and the man, just you know, XXX Sensation. Elder Ramar, he sent me that the clip of him, and he's saying that, you know, basically the human body is capable of elevating their mind of the, you know, our bodies are through the Spirit of the Lord. You know, like, you know, if you think more spiritually, you're able to elevate your mind in a bit like higher. Which, you know, will probably make this flesh malfunction, but you can do it. If you think like a beast all the time, you become a beast, bro.
Yeah.
But if you start thinking higher level, your mind, which will probably weaken your flesh too. You know, when you get higher in your mind, your flesh will start. You see them people.
Scripture says that.
Make sure you're panning that. You go on that. Yeah.
Says that he that increaseth in wisdom increases in sorrow.
Yeah.
You know. Much studying is a weariness of the flesh.
Yeah.
Just to back up the point.
Yeah, it's true. It's real, bro. So we're supposed to really elevate our minds, man.
It's really, it's the spirit of the Lord. It's the spirit of the Lord, man. That actually elevates you.
That's what I meant to say. I'm trying to elevate my mind to the 9th dimension. And even in that video the brother sent me, the older brother, he said, cats. Sometimes you ever see your cat just staring in the middle of the room? He said, they're looking at other dimensions. You know, like, you know how they killed him anyway. Extentation, man. See you, man. See you on the other side, man. In the kingdom, man. Hey, go on, brother. Go on, right?
This is Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8. It says, therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, until the day that I rise up to the prey.
Yeah, so hey, the Lord gonna fight for his elect, man. You know what I mean? Do you remember that actual scripture says what? The vengeance is mine, save the Lord, man.
Save the Lord.
Because you know that trying to push that carnal spirit, man. If you push that carnal spirit, man, he won't win, bro. Because hey, the most carnal, the most carnal man, you know what I mean? It's Esau. You see, he has his guns, his knives, his bombs, or whatever. So if you push that spirit, man, it won't, you know what I mean? Like,
Backfire.
exactly.
And that's why Scripture says Romans 15:4, for whatsoever things are written aforetime are written for our learning. When Peter struck off the servant of the high priest's ear, Yahweh Shai said, look, he that liveth by the sword shall die by the sword. So we ain't supposed to be really pushing that spirit of taking it upon ourselves to, you know, pretty much avenge ourselves. That's perfect. That's it.
Precept.
You know?
Go ahead, bro.
This is Acts. Are you finishing that one?
I got a little bit more, but you know, you got a quick flow.
It's in Acts 5 and verse 35. And said unto them, ye men of Israel, take heed to yourselves what ye intend to do as touching these men.
That's Gamaliel.
Yeah.
Right? Because I believe when you read up, I think, you know, the disciples, they were pretty much grabbed up and they were being flogged, you know, and they were pretty much commanding, you know, the disciples not to teach in the name of Yahweh Shai. You know, and this is Acts the 5th chapter, right?
Yeah.
That was after
It starts in Acts 4.
Acts 3, really. When you go into Acts 3, it speaks about a lame man. You know, and he got healed by the temple beautiful. He was lame, you know, he was lame from his mother's womb. But then they called upon the name of Yahweh Shai, and he was leaping, and he was praising the name of the Lord. So from that act, I think the scripture speaking about thousands were added to the church after that happened. You know, so they were pretty much, you had the wicked ass Israelites that were like, look, didn't we command you not to teach in that name? You know, so because the fame was getting noised abroad,
and that's the scripture says after that, they praise the Lord because they are found worthy to suffer shame for his name. Bro, like, we listen, man, through the Spirit, man, the scripture says we have to bear that cross. And guess what? If you read the story of the Lord bearing the cross, it came with shame. Like, remember, the actual cross was, and you know, spiritual about that. Because if you read the story of him bearing the cross, remember, the cross was heavy upon him. So he would have to get help. You know, he's been spat on, he was walking through the streets. Look at him, you know, you loser, blah, blah, blah. So he was feel the spiritual shame. So we, in the truth, have to endure the same thing. You know, the person's a bum. He's this, he's nothing. He's so and so forth. Well, guess what? It don't matter, man. Because guess what? Well, when that time's come, man, of the ICBMs, we Lord's will, gonna be protected, man. You know what I mean? And saved it, you know what I mean? Like at that time. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 36. For before these days rose up Theudas, boasting himself to be somebody, to whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who were slain.
Yeah. That's what happens, bro.
That's
what happens, isn't it?
Yeah.
People, it's like an in thing, isn't it? You know, people like that stuff. You know, especially Jake.
Coming against Rome.
Yeah, coming against Rome. They love that shit. How when we gonna do it now? And all that. You know that spirit. We're gonna bring this place down now and all that. And all that. Rather than waiting upon the Lord and that, you know. That's how people think though. A lot of people want answers now. Like, look, there's people that be hearing us too, right, over the years, and then what they'll do is they'll basically, it's like you have to show people physically.
Yeah.
That's why the scripture says in the day of our power that people shall be willing. So people got to see things physical too. They ain't got the ninth dimension eye. They ain't got the third eye to see shit. Motherfuckers don't see shit in this world. Most people don't. They're not thinking like that. It takes a certain spirit for people to get in that third dimension spirit. You know what? Let me start. This is deep, man. It's not you though. It's not you. Because remember, the third dimension eye is the Lord working with you. For real. Most people can't see that. Well, you know what? I believe what they're saying, but where's the action, man? Where's the action? You think we don't think like that? Of course we do, but we understand. There you go. Faith. We want action, bro, but you know what? The Lord has to do it.
It's faith.
And you know how the Lord shows you things too? He shows you things through signs and life. Your life you live. People don't want to live like that. People don't want to fucking. They're not all the way there, mate. Because they're not about that ninth dimension and that. You know, like that. That's why I said XXX Sensation said, you ever seen your animal, the cat in the middle of the room? What do you think it's looking at? You know, the brother Ramai said to me. So you have to big that up, man. Because you know, like this, it's true. But go on, brother. Faith, bro. People can't see what you see. When you live in your life, bro, majority of people you deal with, we know they're demons. You really can read people in this life. I'm not saying we're like, you can see everything that's happening. But you know, we got more scruples than the majority of people. So you see a lot of things. There are people in the world, they don't think like that. People just, even in this, how the truth we're in, people that are like on the outside, I believe what they're saying, but they're not, I can't really get down with it. They can't really see how deep you see. It's deep, man. Anyway, only the brothers in the circle can kind of feel what they're saying more time. I'm not saying that, you know, whatever, we think, we have our minds in that, but we know what we're saying. We know, I can understand you more. It's faith, bro. It's faith, man. Oh, the world's gonna end. We're talking about golden cities and that. These fucking zombies ain't gonna see that, man. That's why most people, that's why the scripture said that people shall be willing in the day of your power. In the place you're going, brother.
No,
go ahead, go on, mate.
I've got a precept just to land back. Proverbs 29 and 18. Where there is no vision, the people perish.
Yeah. Where there's no vision, the people. Yeah.
And really, that scripture is also what, like, it's based around faith, because it says that in Hebrews 11, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not yet seen. So faith is hope. Well, that hope gets confirmed after what you've hoped for comes to pass, man. You know what I mean? Like, again, Shadrach, Meshach, you know what I mean? Like in Abednego, they had faith that, guess what, in that circumstance, the Lord
with us.
Exactly. And eventually, that hope came to pass. So the actual proof of their faith eventually came to pass before their eyes, man. So that's why it's easy to fight out here. It's easy to get like that carnal spirit. But the scripture says for the carnal mind is what? Enmity, man.
Yeah, you got a fucking.
What? Can someone read that? I believe, what's that? James, I think. Bible or Jude?
Oh, I haven't got that.
No, go on, read.
John chapter 18, verse 36. Yeah. Yahushua answered, "My kingdom is not of this world.
Yeah.
If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight."
Yeah, because when the Lord comes, that's when his kingdom is being established. So that's when we go and get the spiritual power.
That's that right there.
Exactly. That's when we go and get the spiritual
Are
power.
you not entertained?
That's it.
Remember in Gladiator, he went to him. You remember because he fucking done what he did. He threw the thing at the people in that, you know, the Colosseum, and he said, "Are you not entertained?" You know, they like to see that. They like to see that carnal shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, but you know, man, that Gladiator went, you knew Marcus Aurelius? He said to him, and he laughed at him. I didn't say I knew him, he said. You know, like they got Proximo, he freed him. You know, Marcus Aurelius freed him. You knew anyway, sorry.
No, go on, bro.
No, go on. But people love that carnal shit. Because guess what? If you give in to carnal shit, you know what happens? The demons are entertained by that. See, you got him. Well, you got. Are you not entertained? They love to see that.
We're in line.
Go ahead, bro.
Remember Floyd Mayweather? People always used to say his fights are boring. There's not enough bloodshed, KOs. But he always used to get, stick for having boring fights because he was too technical. So he didn't want to get brain damage. I remember him saying in the interview, I want to fight smart. I don't want to get brain damage. I want to hit and not get hit. But people don't want to see that. They want to see the blood, the gore, people getting brain damage. It's fucked up. But that's the spirit of the people. It's basically carnage and violence.
Yeah.
Yeah, these people ain't about peace in this world, man. But they haven't got the vision.
Which the only way you can have it is through faith.
Wait, the scriptures they call is Yahweh Shai, the Prince of Peace.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So even with us, man, like you starting with talking about carnality, but man have to be a bit like, think about being a bit peaceful and that. But we're stuck in a fucked up world, But still you gotta move with a
Now of course
don't be fucking out here like crazy, bro.
Now obviously that ain't saying just stand there and let someone come and punch you in the face. But the point is, don't like that trying to push that being like a tough guy. Like a Edomite at work said, so and so. I'm gonna punch him in the face. No, man, it don't work like that. It don't work like that.
But you know what? You defeat people by not. I'm sorry. You defeat these demons. Now you defeat these demons. Just stick in the scriptures.
That's it. Which takes a spiritual mind to do.
It takes a spiritual mind, man. Spiritual mind. Stick in the scriptures, man. That defeats spirits, man. That defeats the devils, man.
That's what
they can't win. I can't get to him. Why can't I get to him? You've got to fucking, Lord willing, fortify our brain with this word, like. Anyway, but go on, bro. Because but it's true, because we live in a flesh. Bro, look, man, we're living in a flesh world. You can fucking commit all kind of sin because it's the flesh, bro. Go on, bro.
I've got a piece of food. This is Matthew chapter 4 from the top. Then was Yahushua led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, it was afterward a hungered. That's the flesh. Hungry, man.
Yeah, when he's fasting too.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And like really, like a, you know what I mean? The fast is a spiritual war because it's a spirit against the flesh. Yeah. Because if you go according to the flesh, let's eat, let's be, it's base. But then the spiritual mind is abstinence, from being in a carnal mind,
Right.
Go ahead.
Even that saying, man, let's be and that. Even that's like it's sex, but it's like even that's like it is a base. It's be.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Yeah, but that's the thing with the flesh. It doesn't care about the rules of eating, because when you read the scriptures, there's certain things you can't eat, and also moderation.
True, the flesh just wants to.
Just eat anything.
True, yeah. It looks juicy.
Yeah, true. But and also the flesh, your flesh wants that beat and have sex. But there's also rules behind that. You can't commit adultery. All of that, beat anything that moves.
You can't have sex on a Sabbath.
Exactly. See, there's rules.
Which sometimes can't even understand that.
Oh God.
So you can't have sex on a Sabbath, bro. One day,
bro.
One day, you
can't give to the.
Why do you have to specially have sex on the Sabbath?
It was a new moon. It was back to back.
Yeah, because it was the first Sabbath for the Sabbath. You do this. Nah, bro. Fuck that, man. That's carnal as hell.
Come on, man.
Yeah, boy.
Give the Lord what's his, man.
My mind's telling me no, but my body.
That's the flesh winning.
My body's telling me. Fuck that shit, man.
You gotta be disciplined.
Yeah, man. Get that. Some wisdom of Solomon. But you know what? I'm gonna try and and read some of these and finish some of these. Yeah, let's try and no. Let's just try and read through these precepts, man. Go ahead, bro.
Romans 8.
It says through that precept I get understanding. You know, it's the scriptures explains it. Go ahead, bro.
Romans 8 and 6.
Yeah.
For to be carnally minded is death.
And if you really think about it, it's true. Like if you push that carnal spirit out here, especially in his faith here, all you're gonna get is death. Oh, look, I don't care if she has a man. That's carnal. So you know the scripture says what the wages of sin is death. You know, and the scripture says he that sins against me destroys his own soul. So you know, pushing that spirit, that spirit of attacking people all the time, that ain't gonna help you, man. You know, that's not carnal mindset. It really is death, man. You know what I mean? Go ahead, brother.
It says, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
And really, that scripture is really deep when you really think about it. To be spiritual minded is life and peace. It's true. Because if you like us, yeah, we have a sense of peace, knowing that, guess what? Like eventually the Lord is coming back, man. Really, that actually brings peace, you know? To actually know that, guess what? Even though like I'm on the plantation, I'm catching hell, even though like I'm in the flesh, even though I'm going through this, going through that, it's life and peace because we know the Lord is coming back. And if we be of his elect, we're going to be saved out of his captivity, bro. That's peace. Think about it. Of all these people out here like in this world, you know, with money, cars, and clothes, they actually don't have peace.
Yeah, they're shrouded in demons.
They're shrouded in demons.
They got to, you know, give themselves up to demonic acts.
Yeah.
The cash flow going.
Yep.
Keep in a certain position.
Yep.
So that's a life of death, man.
That's
Even
a
though
life
you
of
have an
death.
abundance in the bank, so it doesn't really work out.
It doesn't work
That's
out.
that Biggie lyric. Money, cars, and clothes, all a nigga knows.
Yeah.
It never satisfied. That's all a nigga knows. Money, cars, and clothes.
You know,
Hoes.
Jay-Z want money, cash, hoes, money, cash, hoes. That's the vibration they push in hip hop, man.
I got hoes.
Oh yeah, that one is.
I got hoes in different areas. You know what I mean? Like, bro, like, nah, bro. Because
And you know, when you get in the spirit, in a mentality of like, you know, basically that's base. That's my point. There's a time and place for it.
Time and place.
Like, bro, like even in the kingdom of heaven, we're gonna be having bare babies.
Of course.
Loads of different women and that.
Yeah.
Having fun. But we're gonna be doing loads of other things too.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna be that's all we're doing in the kingdom.
a tiny
We're gonna do that when you wanna do it. You're gonna do what you want. But you know the way the world treats things like that, like men and women, and it's like that's all they make people think about. They base it all around sex and all that. Every TV advert is you know,
booty shake.
What a freak, like lewdness. It ain't just a woman booty shaking. It could be, you know, anything. It's just to make people get fleshly.
Sex sells.
But really, that ain't even that deep.
First Peter, you said fleshly, 2:11. Dearly beloved, I beseech you as strangers and pilgrims, abstain from fleshly lusts, which war against your soul.
Which war against the soul. It actually does. It, like fleshly lust. You know, like and that's everything in this world, man. Like everything in this world is catered to that fleshly lust, the pride of life, adultery, covetousness. You know, I want this. You know what I mean? I want this car, man. I want this woman. I want this. It's fleshly lust, man, which war against a person's soul, man. You know what I mean? It actually destroys a person's soul. So that's why anytime we actually see all these guys in the entertainment industry, they look spiritually sucked in, bro.
Right.
It's like it's like
they've given it all up.
They're like a walking skeleton.
Right,
They're like just all bugged out, like
you know what, bro?
up.
There's power in reserving yourself from carnal things.
Yeah.
You understand? Like what I'm saying, even like for example, I'll use this as example, like a woman's virginity. There's a power in a woman being a virgin. Like, you know, she's valuable. purity. When you see a lot of these women in today's society, like even us being in the faith, for example, you see it. When a woman just hoeing and doing this and that, yeah, you can deal whatever you deal, but I'm making a point. It's like, you know what she is. She's finished. But if a woman's like, there's power in virginity. It's like there's power in innocence, man. You're having innocence. That's why Esau destroys that. And part of destroying your innocence is making you act like a beast in this world. From young. Popping, doing this, that, acting this way, that way, LGBTQ, you believe in feminism, fucking eat abominations, just defiling you. There's power in that. There's power in having innocence, man. Like, you know?
You got them women.
Yeah.
So like,
No, you got it.
you got them women, they be laying down with all different types of men. You know, so the scriptures say, you know, when a man gets with a woman, they become one flesh. So she's been imprinted on all kind of different men, tens of hundreds of men, you know, in her lifetime. That fucks up her spirit.
I have a precept on that.
You know? Can't.
Ecclesiasticus 25 and 17. The wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. So that's crazy. Like her wickedness actually makes her look different. And that's why Scripture says a man's wisdom makes his face to shine. So it's kind of like if we're in the spirit, people know it's your bright countenance. Just as someone's wickedness darkens their countenance. So that actually ties in with what the brother read before, and I actually reviewed, which warreth against the soul. Because if it wars against the soul, then just like that lady getting a dark countenance, that person, you, whoever, gonna get a dark countenance, man. That's right. So to be spiritual minded is life and peace, man.
You know what? That's the spirit. To be spiritually minded, the word spiritually, right, is the word in the Greek is pneumia. Oh, right? And check this out. Listen to this. It says the spirit, i.e. the vital principle by which the body is animated, the rational spirit, the power by which the human being feels, thinks, and decides. You see, there's power in that.
It's power. It's power, man. It pays to be spiritual, man. It pays to be spiritual. Like because again, remember that as the scripture says, the heart is wicked, man. You know what I mean? And Paul spoke about a war in his members. You know, one to do, you know, acts of righteousness and one, you know what I mean, of wickedness, man. That's why it's a battle. But we can't give heed unto that them lust. Of course, in the flesh, sometimes we slip up and make mistakes. But we're supposed to push that spiritual spirit, man. Basically.
Yahweh breathed on his disciples. Pneumia ties into what? Pneumonia. One of the symptoms of pneumonia is difficulty breathing.
Exactly. That's deep.
So when you go into pneumia, it's like the breath of life.
Yeah, no, it
The
is.
scriptures, the spirit is likened unto what? The breath of life.
Well, even in certain tools, you have something called a pneumatic gun, where it pumps air. You know, so it's that breath.
Yep.
Oh, that's wisdom, Solomon.
Yep.
You know,
I was just thinking about Adam, you know, the Lord breathed the breath of life into him.
the breath of life, which if you even read that story, the actual scripture speaks about what he took him from the dust and breathed in him the breath of life. Go ahead, bro.
2nd Ezra 16 and 61. He made man and put his heart in the midst of the body and gave him breath, life, and understanding.
Exactly. Because and wisdom of Solomon explains that breath, because man obviously existed, but Adam was the first to actually get the actual spirit of life, understanding, man.
That's what it represents.
Yeah.
Breath of life.
Yeah.
So it represents.
Adam was the first man inspired in the spirit, which if you go into the word inspire means to what? To breathe in. So who's the first man that was
because
like
you got
inspired.
you got a saying called the Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead, that's it.
You know what that means?
Proverbs
The Walking
29.
Dead. People walk around on the planet, but they ain't got the breath. They don't have the truth.
So Revelation 11:8.
Revelation 11:8. So the majority of Jake are the Walking Dead, 2/3. But brothers in the truth, you got the breath of life, bro.
The breath of life.
So that's what it is. Because you got people that walk. It's deep, man. Because you got people walking on the earth, right? But they're not alive.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they're dead. Their flesh is dead, but they're actually not alive.
Well, the valley of the dry bones.
And when you wake up, the valley of the dry bones, and when you wake up in the faith, you can be 25, but you're a baby again.
Yeah.
Like Neo rubbing his eyes. Remember Neo when he came out that thing? And he's like, remember that?
Why do my eyes hurt?
Yeah, because you've never used them before. And then remember when he like threw up the first time? This can't be the world. This can't be what it really is. So it's true, when you wake up again, even if you even we're not going to do that anyway, but if you look at, you think about yourself in the old you just didn't have no breath.
No
you was
breath.
the Walking Dead.
No wisdom.
He's the Walking Dead. That's deep, bro. You've got people walking on the planet, which we were part of that once. You're walking, but you're not alive.
Yeah, brain dead.
You're actually not alive.
And what's one of the common questions that people always say, why am I here? What's the purpose? What's the meaning of life?
What's my fate?
That's
the
that's what
meaning
you're
of
saying.
life.
Yeah,
My
they don't
destiny.
know.
Yeah.
Because why? They're spiritually dead. They have no understanding.
You might go to eat. We're gonna go eat after or whatever. Wherever we go, like you go and you might have someone, Jake in front of you, just eating abomination. Like that guy is dead. Like cracking a lobster's head, and like you're there like washing it down with Pepsi. Yeah, beware Pepsi. Washing it down with a whole
Pepsi Max.
eating a whole lobster's head. And next thing you're like, bro, we gotta get out of here. The lobster shell smashes. He's dead. Or you see like a family of Jakes and then they like all feeding each other pork. And you're there like, no, we're gonna get the fuck out of here. Yeah. You know, but they're dead. They're actually dead. You know, you can see it. They're dead. They're dead.
Hold on one second. This brother had something. That's all right.
This is Galatians 5:16. This I say then, walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
Because again, this flesh seeks carnality, and the point that proves that is because before we came in the truth, we was in a carnal state of mind. Before you came in the truth, pork, I don't care, but it tastes nice. I'm gonna eat
Pork
it.
didn't even smell.
It didn't even smell bad.
Now you can smell it from
Now you
2
can
miles
smell-
away.
yeah. You know,
Enhancement of the fucking sinus, man. It didn't even smell. Go ahead,
no, yeah. But then it's like, look, like, yeah, man, like I don't care, Shazam, man. Like that spirit was in the world, man. But when the Lord puts the spirit on us to come in a faith, our mind just changes. Or even weed. Yeah, man. Yeah. I get high. I get high. You know, smoking, that spirit. But guess what? Once the Lord put the spirit upon us, our mind actually changes. And the scripture says that in Romans 6, that when you come in his faith, when the Lord puts you in the faith, you actually become a new creature. Yeah, exactly. Right? We actually become a new man.
Because it says an unclean spirit is gone out of a man.
Gone out of a man. See? Exactly. So now that unclean spirit is gone, and now he's in a righteous state. Go ahead, bro.
John 15:3. Now ye are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you.
Exactly, because I say Ephesians 5 that he might sanctify it, cleanse it, and wash by the washing of water by the word, man. Oh, how can a young man? That's it. Go and read
This
it.
is Psalms 119 and verse 9. Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereto according to thy word.
Exactly. Which is, guess what? It's
That's taking heed.
It's what though? It's the Lord putting the spirit upon you to actually take heed, because you know why? There's Jakes that hear this truth and still do this exact same thing. So it's really the Lord putting the spirit, you know what I mean, upon us, man. Go ahead, bro.
Precept. Yeah, 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 12. But these, as natural brute beasts,
Natural brute beast. And can we get Corinthians? The natural man cannot receive. Go ahead, bro.
but these, as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed.
So that's deep.
They're meant to be put in a meat grinder. The great millstone crushes the natural brute beast. They're meant to be mute.
Yep.
Because they're brutes. I don't care. That's brute. I don't care.
Just doing dumb shit.
Shit, boy.
You can't tell me nothing.
Yeah, for real. I don't care. I don't care.
I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. Okay.
And
Well, guess what? It's gonna
their whole
backfire.
tones like that. It can be a general conversation, probably not brother. So like, hey, shall we go get something to eat? Yeah. Right. The whole tones like that. So what should we get? Like, what do you want? Like, I'm gonna ask you. Like, so say to me. I'm probably gonna go get. We're gonna go get some food after.
No, we're gonna get some
It's
food
gotta be
after.
pork.
Yeah. Say. But I'm gonna get a burger with something. Pork in it. We're just making a joke. But say it to me. Say it.
Yeah, we're gonna go get some food after. We're gonna get some chicken and that.
What we getting?
Chicken and burger, man. Beef, lamb.
What's gonna be in it?
Beef and lamb, man. Chicken.
Yeah, but is there nothing else in there?
I know.
Let me ask you, what else is in there?
If an answer to him, it's gotta be pork. There's gonna be pork
say
up
that
in there,
again.
bro.
Say that again.
There's gonna be layers of it. You know the ones with the sizzling bacon.
That's a wicked meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, where is that spot? Where is that spot?
It's just around the corner.
Everything's got that wicked tone to it. Is it pancetta?
Is it paella? You know paella?
It's chorizo.
Yeah.
Chorizo.
You got that there. Everything's got that.
Yeah, and soy sauce.
You niggas, man.
It's true though. Because the scripture speaks about them. The lewd men of the base sort.
It's that base spirit. Everything's of the flesh. Sorry.
No, it's true.
they're taking the shit.
It's true though. It's actually true because remember, the scripture speaks about the wicked and darkening. Like, look, man, if I hear a nigga on the phone, I know he's a nigga because of his voice, man. You know, you can tell. What you say? You can tell. You can tell a nigga with his voice. Like even I say it, even myself. You know, before you came on the truth, you probably speaking something slang. Yeah, man. What you say, man? Nah. When you come, the Lord puts you in the faith, and you sound like a different person. Your actual conversation and your conclusions are different.
No, I was making a joke.
But it's true though.
I was making a joke.
No, it's true.
I was making a joke. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like they got like that dark spirit.
That's true though.
Gross darkness.
It's true.
Yeah. I was making a joke.
Yeah, but it's true. The funniest jokes are the ones that are true. It's true. Go ahead, bro.
But these,
Spirit and dudes and shit.
Go ahead, bro.
but these, as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed.
Bro, can you go to the word brute? Let's see what that word says. Brute.
Senseless or something.
It's just, you know. But like, in the meantime, read that.
This is 2 Corinthians
Brute beast.
5 and 17. Now I'm back on what you were saying, you're making a point about how we change. 2 Corinthians 5 and 17. Therefore, if any man be in Yahushua, he is a new creature.
He's a new creature.
Old things are passed away.
Old things have passed away.
Behold, all things are become new.
Hey, and really, man, that's a powerful scripture. And it's important to understand that because before you know, you was in the faith, you never know. Right before this truth, you was probably smoking weed, committing adultery, you was probably a murderer, you was probably done this, you probably did this. But guess what? You can't let them old things hold you back. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, why did I do that in the world? Well, how comes I did that? Or how comes I you know,
Essential.
you know what I mean?
Xerxes, you know Xerxes? Hey, bow to King Xerxes. I'll give you everything you need.
Why I'm kind.
Bow to King Xerxes. He touched his shoulder and he's super huge. all the sensual pleasures. You get all the sensual pleasures. And then everything's in slow motion. And then you go in the tent and the music.
Yes! Yes!
All that music in it, yeah.
And then the quains are falling from the sky.
Yeah.
And then, you know,
It's gonna be in slow motion.
go ahead, man.
If Baphomet there smoking a pipe.
Baphomet there.
It's like,
All the sensual pleasure in slow motion.
this shit is fucked.
It's like bitches with like fucking gold, not even necklaces. You know they wear the belly rings with the
tinkering
gold.
ornaments.
Yeah.
The nose rings
Feet
coming
outside
out.
and then
all that, yeah.
and it's just eyes everywhere. Oh, you're just like,
Hey, that spirit of remember Spartacus?
yeah.
Yes, the wine. What was his name again? Batiatus.
Yeah.
The house of Batiatus, man.
And the wine's gone everywhere.
Yeah, they're in that Bacchus spirit, man.
Yeah.
Like Dionysus, in the wine, the god of intoxication and wine and excess. That's an Epicurean spirit, man. That's for the brutes.
Yeah.
The Epicurean spirit. Yes. Just do as thou wilt. That's what they push.
I must have her.
Yeah, that spirit.
That spirit.
Yeah.
I must.
I must.
Yes.
That's that lust.
That's a lust.
Them Epicureans, they fully gave themselves over to that life, man. They'll be
It was
popping.
actually adoption.
Yeah, they'll be popping a bird. They'll be eating grapes at the same time.
Yeah.
Then another woman will be there doing something else. It's just
It's really that Epicurean spirit is do what that will.
yeah.
If it feels good, do it.
Yeah.
Don't
Then-
matter what it is.
then they'll-
if it's a goat,
Yeah.
whether it's a cow, whether it's a boy, whoever, whatever.
And that's why Kanye said what he said about if they put a thingy out there, fucking a goat. Hey, cause that's what they be doing.
Yeah, so he's saying it in case.
Yeah, disclaimers.
So what?
Just wait till next week.
Yeah.
Wait till the next. Don't be surprised. That's what they're probably going to show you the next stage before the world starts to end. The actual what they do. You know, that was just on social media.
It's all gonna be revealed.
Yeah.
Basically, Ephialtes in the moment. Like all these celebrities, you're gonna see their Ephialtes moment, man. And then when it's, you're gonna see them how they gave it all up. You know, the Lord might just do it. Like, I hope the Lord does. You know, the Lord willingly do it. It's all them blood.
A couple years ago.
That's
A
what's
couple
going
years
on.
ago. You know, there was a boxer. I forgot his name. You see, you remember that boxer? Forgot his name, man. I forgot the dude's name. Like, you know, he was a big, you know, he wasn't a top level boxer, but he was a known boxer. Bro, the guy got exposed in a gay porno.
Wow.
Gay porno. And he had the beard, and he's supposedly a Muslim at the time. And
Yusuf Mack.
Yusuf Mack.
Yeah, that's his name. He has to give you the link.
Yeah.
Wow. Yusuf Mack.
Yeah.
Let me delete that.
But anyway, him, if you see him,
Yeah.
if you saw him, you wouldn't ever think. And then it was funny. He actually tried to lie and say he was drugged.
Yeah, he said
And then the company shot it and said, nah, bro, remember you signed the paper. You signed the contract.
Yeah.
And basically, he ended up coming out to his family saying, I'm sorry, I was really bi. And then, because at first he tried to say he was raped. And then basically, it was a ritual.
Yeah.
It was basically that, man. You know what I mean?
You know what,
It
bro?
was a ritual.
You know Jeremiah 2:33.
Yeah.
You know that one. Yeah. You know what it says in the NLT. It says in the NLT. In the NLT, yeah, because someone put it up and then they showed jakes that were sold out. You know what it said in the NLT? It says this in the NLT. It says basically you basically can teach prostitutes your way. Read it in the NLT. Read
Jeremiah.
Yeah, is it in the NLT?
Yep.
Go on, man.
And 33. And it says, how you plot and scheme to win your lovers.
Meaning how they put them deals to win their lovers, like to get in with E, yeah? And then read what it says.
Even an experienced prostitute could learn from you.
And that's Jeremiah in the KJV. It says, "Why trimmest thou waist to seek thy love?" That's true. So they're doing anything just to get up in there. That's
Even
deep, bro.
inexperienced
And the NLT says you will experience.
an experienced one.
Come on,
I mean, experience means to try out.
they're a real tried and
Trying many things.
a battle-hardened prostitute. You know?
A veteran prostitute.
A vet. She's a vet. She's a vet. and
Fucking
that.
vet.
So
Fight
the
to
scripture
learn
says
to-
that, bro. That's in Jeremiah 2:33. It says, "Why trimmest thou waist to seek thy love?" So why you want to get up in with that? You're trimming your waist for them. But then it says that in the NLT, it said, yeah, man. Because I see one of the brothers put that up in there and put the pictures of Jakes that have sold out. And it showed Wesley Snipes as a woman. All the Shaquille O'Neal, 7 foot, dressed as a bitch.
You're gonna be ashamed, man.
Because that's part of their contracts. And then the brother put in the clip, show us your contracts. Like, the Wayne's brothers, show us your contracts. Wesley Snipes, show us what the contract said. And you know what the contract says, you got to dress as a woman, or you got to do this and that. That's why in the movie you always see them with, they put coconuts as tits, and they got a dress on with red lipstick. And it's Wesley Snipes, which was Blade, a manly motherfucker, but they'll make him dress as a woman.
Remember when Dave Chappelle was speaking on it? When he was on Oprah, he was like, they said, look, just put the dress on. And he's like, no, I don't find that funny. I don't want to put the dress on. Oh, come on, just wear the dress. All the greats have done it.
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, he just rebelled, and then they made a big scandal about him. They said he was, he was off his head, he was crazy. He went to Africa.
Yeah, South Africa. Like,
So he had to get away.
Eventually he came back.
So he came back.
They got to him in the end. That's why he's back out there. They got to him, and now he's just a through version. He's like, he's always stressed on stage. Come on. He's like,
That guy always.
they got to him in the end. They did get, listen, eventually they did get to him. Obviously, they wouldn't have let him back in the world. Even Cat Williams, Cat Williams, he's kind of back up in there. They get to them in the end.
Cat Williams.
He's back in there. If you see him, he's still, I don't know what's going on now. But with these guys, like, what happens with them as well is like, it's like a love-hate kind of thing, because not many of them just go into obscurity. They catch and held, and they make them give in. It's a battle. Not many of them are just going to say, you know what, just fucking kill me, man, and all that. They'll give in, man. They're still in there. Once you've taken the deal, you can't run away from it, bro. Once you're in there with them, it's hard to kind of run away from it unless you get killed.
You're covenant with death.
You've already given the blood oath to them.
Covenant with death, man.
It's not like you can just go and work at Asda or, Walmart.
It's done. You've already given the blood oath. Yeah.
Julio.
Yeah, bro. You
Remember the
can't
video?
just live normally. You can't just live normally, man. See, it's funny because I saw a clip of a footballer, one of the famous footballers, one of the best ever, basically, in our generation, in our era. Anyway, he said, he goes, I'd pay any money to not be famous. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know. He said, I'd pay any money to not be famous. I'm not going to say his name. You know him. Who do they compete? Who's the top guys today? You don't say his name, but the top 2 today. Yeah, you don't say his name. You don't have to say his name. But I'm saying to you, you don't have to say his name. But I'm saying that cat, he said that. He said, I'd give anything to not be famous. I'd pay any amount of money to not be famous. You understand?
What's it worth?
It's them deals. He said, I'd pay any amount of money to not be known in the street, like when I walk around. But that's the price of the deals. That's the price of fame.
Picture of Cat Williams, even you mentioned Cat Williams, when he was talking about all the mansion parties and what he was seeing in those doors. He's seen all those things. He's been to places and spaces where he's seen things. He's not going to then just go and work in Walmart. Your mind's like, no, it's like, you've got to keep upkeep a certain thing.
He's already gone too far.
Well, it's the same thing with the truth. Once, if you fall out the faith, God forbid that happens. If you fall out, you're never the same again. Because even people that have fell out, they know what they were involved in. They actually know things. You got people in the world that have fell out, but they know Yahweh Shai's name. They know things. They just refrain from teaching. They're never the same again. So it's the same thing. You take a deal with Esau. Exactly. When you take the deals with Esau, you can't just go back into the world like a normal civilian. You've already took the deal, man.
Quick reset.
That's why we always say, even with us in the truth, right? The truth and the world is not conducive. It doesn't mix. You You can't really.
That's why
it's
it
very
says-
hard to do that. You choose, like, you know.
That's why I said the scripture says their affairs of their life choke the word, and by it becoming fruitful. That's why if you ever have a brother that's trying to get too worldly, you have to say to him like, bro, no, bro. Because guess what? The word, bro, you can't juggle the truth in the world and make it work. You know, yeah, man, nah, you know, man, yeah. You can't serve two masters. Because remember, that scripture says where your treasure is, that's where your mind going to be. So if your mind's always in the world, man, they're going to show. And you can't fake the funk.
The abundance of the heart,
The mouth speaketh. The mouth speaketh, man. Right?
This is Sirach 14 and 1. Blessed is the man who has not slit with his mouth and is not pricked with the multitude of sins.
The multitude of sins. You know what I mean? Right, bro?
Blessed is he whose conscience have not condemned him and who is not fallen from his hope in the Lord.
Exactly. So that's when someone falls off. He's falling from his hope. Because guess what? We, in the faith, we are going to make mistakes. We are going to have moments where we obviously slip, but we still, Lord willing, maintain hope. But there's other people that ain't a part of this no more, that have fallen off. They've fallen from their hope. You know what they actually say? They say, you know what? I fell out. I'm not about this. I'm gone. And guess what? The actual conscience it eats them up, man.
Judas Iscariot hung himself.
Yeah, look at it.
And tried to give back that. I think when he hung himself, the shillings fell out, innit? You know, the silver. I think he tried to give back the silver that he took. You know what I mean? But hey, once you get them bills, well, where you going, man? Unless the Lord has some super mercy on you. But it's rare.
It's rare. Peace up. 2 Peter 2 and verse 20. For if after they have escaped the pollutions of the world,
So that means this world is filthy.
It's polluted. It's polluted.
So you don't want to be pricked with the multitudes of those pollutions.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Because understanding that the fashion of this world passeth away, you don't want to be pricked with, okay, here you are at the camp with your garment on, but then secretly behind the scenes doing all kinds of shit.
Is this what it's about?
You're basically getting that spirit. Is this it? You
That's
know?
what all them celebrities do, man. They get because you know what? Because the celebrity people are just goyim that just got involved and then they got in deep. Then they really this what it's when their conscience hits them, because his conscience hit is this what it's about? You know, they've made it in the industry. This is the way it is. Yeah. Look what I've had to do for this. The price of faith. This is what it's about.
With Scarface.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
He even went to his mum.
Yeah.
He goes, your son made him, mama.
Yeah.
He's a success. Remember he said that to his mum?
Yeah.
And she was like, I don't want your money, Tony. And she threw him
Where
out.
did you get this money, Antonio?
Where did you get this money?
And she told Gina, don't mess with him. You know, like,
That's right.
it's her brother and that, but she told her, and she ended up dying because of him. You know,
Yeah,
like,
that's right.
you know,
Yeah.
she died anyway, but she was a demon anyway. But you know, that's them spirits, man.
That's right.
People get lured in by fame and glory. But hey, fame, that saying, that's very true. The grass ain't always green on the other side, bro. Guess what? I want to be rich. I ain't gonna sit and lie. I want everything. I want the world, chico, and everything. That's what I want, bro. But guess what? I want it in righteousness.
Right.
I actually want to be rich. I want to have wealth. I want it through the Lord, though. I don't want to do evil to get money.
you want to get it right. You don't want to have a conscience that's condemned. You know, sins, that you've done, compromise yourself, bent over. You know, how can you really enjoy riches if you know that what you've done to get those riches, man? Exactly. You know, you want to do it from being at the camp, and Lord willing, being of the elect. You know, he that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. Yeah. That's how you want to get it. Precept. Let me finish this one, brother. It's true.
That's how you want it.
For if after they have escaped the pollutions of the world through the knowledge of Yahweh
So through the knowledge is how we escape. That's why it says, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
Yep.
You know? Remember the scripture says, go to the fatherless, and those that are in prison. You know, so right before we came into faith, our mind was in a prison, man. You know what I mean? Just bound and locked up, bugged out, dead, no hope. Then guess what? The Lord brings you into this. Now you actually, become free. Because if you think about it,
You're in a different type of prison.
The righteousness. That's true. That's right, because the scripture calls us a prisoners of hope.
You got moved to righteous cell block.
Cell block 7, like.
Cell block
144.
144 pounds. 144 pounds. He was a coming. Yeah. 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 144 pounds. 144 pounds.
But yeah, man,
And yeah, there's brothers out here, bro, that could get involved in a lot of things.
easily. No, there's some brothers that have been.
That have been, and it's
And
just
can.
always there for them.
Yeah.
There's brothers that things are always there for them.
Yeah.
It's not far-fetched.
But it's
you know.
sacrifice.
Come on, man.
Turn it away.
Brothers know worldly people that can get you into anything. But guess what? Man, we've got to be spiritual, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that deep, man. The Lord makes you abased, makes you abound. But you know what? One thing I'll say is this, though, yeah? We're not always totally fucked. There's always something there. You're always going to eat. You're always going to be able to eat food. If you're hard up, you ain't got much money.
Be content.
Someone will always help you. You're always going to have some kind, So it's not that deep, man. To the eyes of people, you might know, get around us, man. Get involved, man. Get this.
Hey, but bro, you know what? It's deep to someone who's got a worldly mind.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's
That's
like,
true.
bro, what? I mean, bro, look, I need this guy, and I could have been on TV with him. But like a spiritual man don't give a fuck. Say, fuck them. But someone who's carnal, remember the scripture says, man are tempted by those, by his own lust. You know what I mean? So like a person that's like, like eventually, falls out and takes like a deal to obviously rap. But that's because in the whole time he was in the truth, he was thinking, I can still rap though. I can, you know what I mean?
Making lyrics on the side.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Which I have to say, there's some brothers that make music or make beats that ain't trying to be in that world. But then there's people that actually trying to make it. There's a big difference.
He was a coming.
Exactly, you know what I
He
mean?
was a coming, yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
I got a little bit more on this though.
One second.
They were in that 144 pounds. 144 pounds. Say.
They are again entangled therein and overcome. The latter end is worse with them than the beginning.
Yeah.
You see what it says? It says they are entangled. You're entangled. Remember the scripture before it says the affairs of this life chokes the word. Because it's true, man. If you have a plant by thorns, like if you have like a, I don't know, like a fruit, like a, what I mean? Plants by thorns get choked by the thorns and it stops. It won't grow. It won't grow. So spiritually, it's the same thing. We are spiritually plants. Remember the seed upon stony ground and blah blah blah. So we're spiritually plants, but some plants get choked out by things in the world.
And the thing is, the world is a test, man. Because when you get involved, if you want to do that, you're always gonna lose. You're not going to go out into the world and become a so-called worldly success after you've been involved in this. And you're going to lose. You're actually signing your death warrant.
But guess what? Even if
it don't happen. But at the end of the day, bro, I want to say, at the end of the day, it's all about being the elect anyway. No matter what it is. You got a brother that, remember, because you got 11-hour brothers that are going to come in. They've been in the world. But at the last minute, they're not doing what you're doing. But they just get delivered. The Lord's with it. So it's all about being of the elect anyway. That's why we always push that. And we want to be a part of it. And that's deep when you think about it, bro. You got people out there that's doing whatever they want. They haven't even done... you got brothers that's been in this for 40 years. There's brothers, the apostles that said it's 40 years. And then you got people that's going to be delivered on the 11th hour, haven't even, but it's the same penny. So it's deep, man. Wow. So it's even what we do is not really of our control.
It's never of our control. It's never. We don't control nothing. That's why Scripture says Psalm 51. Take not that Holy Spirit away from me. Cast me not away from thy presence.
Apostles, elders, been this 30, 40 years.
Nothing. But it be... Say that, bro.
No, go on. No. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, go on, bro.
No, I won't. That's
yeah.
You mentioned, I said, apostles and elders, been doing this for years.
Apostles, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Just keep it like
and hey, apostles are still pushing because what? The Lord got the Spirit upon them too. You know? But then, even I was going to add to your point, you were saying, well, even if a person falls out and isn't a world and makes it, right? He's still a loser. He's still a loser because guess what, man? There's certain people right now in music who make beats that used to be in the truth that are going #1 with Drake and all of that. But guess what? They're still lost. So, because I'm saying that because the person might think, well, all right, well, I've gone, but I'm making it. So what if you make it in the world? You're still gonna get judged.
You mentioned about plants, right?
Yeah.
Being, the Lord planting the seeds. To speak about that, you mentioned thorns.
Yeah.
Matthew 15 and 13. But he answered and said, every plant which my heavenly Father have not planted shall be rooted up. You see?
Yeah.
It's about the elect, right?
It's about the elect.
You mentioned plants.
It's about the elect. It's about the plants.
Precept.
You know? Oh, what's that? I believe it's in Jeremiah 17. It speaks about like basically those who fear the Lord are plants by the rivers of water. You know, if someone could find it.
I got it.
Okay.
It says Jeremiah 17 and 7.
Yeah.
Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai.
Which to trust in him takes faith. So the Lord has to put the Spirit upon you to have the faith, which is the gift. Ephesians 2. Right?
And whose hope the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is.
You see, whose hope the Lord is. But then, do you remember before the scripture which was read, whose conscience has condemned him. So someone whose conscience has condemned him, as the scripture said, he's fallen from his hope. He's fallen from his hope.
Yep.
Because he actually knows right, but the Lord put the Spirit upon him to choose to do wrong, man.
Yeah. Which is that's that pride.
That's that pride.
Or falling away from your maker is pride. The scripture goes into that. You know?
That's why we always have to pray to be humble, man. You know what I mean, man? And it ain't about, you know that whole chief Hebrew Israelite spirit. Come on, man.
Bro, I was going to bring my armbands out today. The spikes. I forgot them though, man. So luck.
That chief Hebrew Israelite spirit.
Carrying armbands.
And I bought a leather garment. The blue's got gold on it at the bottom. It's got gold outer shell on that.
That chief Hebrew spirit. It never works, bro. It's not going to work. I'm a chief Hebrew. You know? Fuck that, man. Sorry, bro.
It says, for he shall be as a tree planted.
You know what, bro? Really, we're fucked in this world, man. You know, we're spiritually growing, but fleshly we're getting. Bro, we're spiritually learning, but fleshly we're just fucked, bro. For real, man.
Though the outward man perish,
though the outward man perish, man.
Inward man is
for real, man. And man, we haven't been in this faith for loads of years, but even we feel the effects of society, man. Well, you know what, being in the right spirit. But we feel the effects on our bodies, man. We feel, but that's that, we're not no fucking, we're not out here like some fucking, like some mighty dudes and shit. We're fucked, bro. Make sure you're on the camera, bro.
This is 2 Corinthians 4 and 16. For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day.
Inward man is renewed day by day, man.
But that's like when you're renewed by the
No, go on, bro.
No, by them just your tribulations, man. Hell, demons fucking with you, whatever it is, man. Sometimes you might feel all over the gap. There's some spirits fucking with you, man. You're all over the place. You know, but somehow you make it to camp. It's the fight, bro. Some days you feel upbeat, the next day you feel like shit. Then that day in particular, there's a day where everything seems like it's coming against you. You know? But it's the Lord though, So, you know, it's something to take, it's like a, you know, a good thing, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I have a scripture.
It's not nothing to be like, it's not like, it's you complain righteously, but you know why it's happening, you know?
That Job, you getting that Job spirit.
Yeah.
You know, Job was complaining to the Lord. You know, why did the knees prevent me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why didn't I die from the womb and that? Because Job was catching hell, man. Because the scripture says, no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous. But at the same time, on the flip side, the scripture says, you know, as many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. Be zealous, therefore, and repent. You know? But that zeal can come in many different ways, man. You know, you might just be there. You know, because it's not, you know, when you're going through that pain, we're in the flesh. You know, but you know what ultimately the bigger picture, you know what it is.
Hey, do you remember Karate Kid? He would wax on, wax off. And then remember, after a while, he was frustrated, like, come teach me how to, you know,
fight.
And but then eventually he actually realized later that all the skills he was learning, you know what I mean, it was helping him. Even though it actually seemed as if, you know, he's just there getting pushed around and bullied, whatever. But later, he noticed that, nah, man, these skills I've been learning have been building me up, man. And it's the same thing in the truth. Repetition. Oh, all I am is going through hell, man. Why? And then, guess what? Later, you actually realize, you know what, man, I've spiritually grown, man, from my experiences.
That wax on, wax off spirit. Remember the later one with Jaden Smith?
Yeah.
Jackie Chan. He told him, put your jacket on the floor. Pick it up. Hang it out. Take it off. And he was making him do that motion. And then he put him through the test. He went to strike him. Back. And then Jaden was like, he kind of guarded himself. He's like, he couldn't even, he was kind of shocked. How did I do that?
Muscle memory.
And that was that repetition. You know, when he was put through the test, he could actually guard against it.
And what scripture that makes me think of is Romans 8. All things work to the good for them that are in the Lord, man. Because you know why? There's times the truth is like, man, why am I going through this, man? Sometimes you be in situations like, you know what? Actually, I remember many years ago.
What's going on?
I remember it was the brother Ibadja, you know, up in York, and he basically said, man, there's times in the faith where the Lord will bring you to the point of insanity, and then bring you back out of it, and that's true. Man, there's moments you think you're going insane, bro. You're like, bro, this fire is empty as hell coming on, you know what I mean? Like on every side.
Sometimes you can just feel like my complete demon.
Yeah. Job fought that, and Job fought that. Job. You remember even with Job, his friends were like, well, I mean, whoever first is innocent. Like his friends started kind of like,
you think you're off and shit.
That's it.
You know, until the Lord gets you out of there, then you know what it is. You know, but hey, man, sometimes you might have them things like, I'm off or whatever. Like, you know, fuck it, man.
But guess what?
Fuck it, you're here, yeah.
It's all a part of the faith, though.
Even Apostle Paul, he carried himself the chief of sinners. You know, so he had that in his mind, like, you know, I'm the chief of sinners, man. Like, I've done things, you know, because the Lord will have you do things in the past. You repent for those things, but sometimes they can still be looming, and you catch more judgments. Then, you know, you're like, shit, man. But you got to remember the scripture, let not your sins weigh you down.
Let not your wisdom say, hey, remember when DMX said that quote, man? You know for that track. To live is to suffer, but to survive is to learn how to live with it. Basically, that's how isn't a fake, man.
That's what Bruce Lee said. That's the one that
I'm slipping.
Yeah.
No slipping.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the one that hits the emotions.
Yeah, that's real though. He's going in though.
Hard tune.
I have to find the quote.
Gotta get up. Yeah. And before it drops, like, here we go. You getting ready for it, like.
You can't get up.
Hey,
You catching hell, don't even listen to that. You're just gonna cry.
Hey, but even just to land back off the point, even Bruce Lee said that.
Yeah.
He said, don't pray
Oh no,
for it.
yeah. That's a lot.
Don't pray for an easy life,
Pray for his strength
to endure hard.
That's true. It's true. People want the in this world. That's what it is. That's why them bills are about. People get them bills because they don't want to live in this hard life. They want to live well. So that's what the deal is. You know. But then when they get it, they realize it's crappy after years of having this. You know, it ain't about that. But at the end of the day, that's what it is. They don't want to live in the poverty.
Yeah.
People don't want to live poor at the bottom. They want to.
Oh yeah, he said that. He said it was a crappy deal.
Yeah.
It sounded like a happy meal or something. But guess what? He's still complaining.
Now he's you know, whatever he's doing, he's got the beard, you know, he's talking about the sacrifices.
Yep.
You know, he's talking about Amalek.
Yep.
You know, which is cool what he's doing because it's cool because you know he can't do nothing against the truth of war. It's actually it's quite dope, man.
That's good.
It's dope, man.
The deceiver and the deceiver in him.
But guess what? He's still gonna be destroyed. But guess what? Hey, keep spinning the beans, man.
You can't do nothing against it.
But Bowie,
And that just shows you how terrible and wicked and demonic that industry is. For you to be mentioning goats,
goats.
you know, you feel you got to get it off your chest. You know it's bad, man. You got to mention the goat.
He's been saying things that basically after beginning with our apostles and elders and all the brothers teaching, he's been saying for years, goats and sacrifices. He's saying it straight up, so-called celebrity. He's saying it. Goats and all that. He mentioned the sacrifice of his mom. He mentioned Michael Jordan's sacrifice. He mentioned a lot of people.
He said his mom was sacrificed.
Yeah.
He actually said it. Mama, I know I had to fool, but I promise you,
Well, that whole story was the way she died. Apparently,
What was a butt surgery?
Just bullshit. What fucking bullshit is that?
Remember there was a big scandal that happened with that the black dude that done the operation. They kind of just pinned it on him.
And then
You knew what was going on.
even the drummer the phone call of the lady, and it was just shady. And it was like, ma'am, you know, he's trying to get her attention. And
She died of a botched surgery.
fuck out of here.
I remember when she died, Kanye came out to perform the song Hey Mama. He came out, the beat was playing, he just went,
He was fucked. Yeah, he was fucked. Yeah, because he knew what he had to do, man.
and he just stayed like that, and then the crowd was singing it for him. He was fucked.
That's that still, man.
Yeah.
And the Goyim, the stupid Goyim, they'll just be like, sorry, Kanye, you lost your mother. I know that. Like, they don't know what's going on. Like, in the know, we know. Whenever something happens, we're like, bro, that dude, what's that? What? She always think about her, man. What's her name? Jennifer Hudson. She annihilated basically her whole family. And that's Eve's real fucked. And she's blown the fuck up. And she all of a sudden she was all super slim. Remember? And then she annihilated basically her whole family.
And I think
Like
either
people, like-
I think either her brother or cousin. So someone, one of them died again. Like maybe like 2 years ago.
There's no excuse for doing any of that anyway. Whether it's one of your family or whatever, but she
Annihilated the line, man.
come on, man. She annihilated them, bro.
This is Mark 8, start from verse 35. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. But whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel's, the same shall save it.
So for a person to be in his faith, one, the Lord has to put the Spirit upon you. But two, you gotta have some sacrifice. It takes a form of sacrifice, man.
And that's why I'm sorry, bro. Can I say this as well? That's why even Kanye West, he's a big artist anyway, and he's doing a good thing because he's exposing stuff. But you know, the bigger your sacrifice, the more you can explode in the world.
On both sides.
That's what happens.
On both sides, man.
The bigger your sacrifice, you know what I mean? Like Mike Tyson, he was at the game for a while. Then all of a sudden, his daughter died. His daughter died. Apparently, she died on a treadmill. She collapsed. What kind of bullshit is that? She fell on a treadmill. That's some bullshit, man. And then Mike Tyson now, he's like an older, you know, still a warrior. You know, and all he's doing now is promoting mushrooms and weed. He's just getting high, talking with weirdos on panels and that. But he's got the deal again. They brought him back in.
And then they got him to dress as a bumblebee.
And then they got him to dress as a bumblebee. But even years before, when he kind of got back in the game, they had him on one of them Scary Movie 5. And he was dressed like a gimp suit with a ball in his mouth.
Oh, God.
He was dressed like a gimp suit on the poster in the subways. You saw him. In the Scary Movie 6 or one of them, you know, they brought him back in again. But that's when he had to do that sacrifice. So he you know, we know what he did. Well, she died on a treadmill. Come on, bro.
Behold the lust of the flesh, man.
Yeah, man.
That's him, Mike Tyson right there. Iron Mike. Look at him in a gimp suit.
Yeah,
fucking ashamed.
And imagine from that what he was. Look at him to this now. Wow. The dude now, he just eating mushrooms, getting high all day with fucking Jake Paul and them, or no, Logan Paul, and then on some, you know, people that are not even on his level. He's degraded. You're degraded to that level. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. You're just with crackpots that have not even achieved half of what you've done.
GMO baby.
GMO new weirdos, and you're just getting high on mushrooms. Yeah, and then they're talking about how they could beat him in boxing. I've seen some of it. He's like, I would do that, and you know he's debating with nobodies that haven't achieved it, you know. But that's the price of that fame shit. And they, you know, they done fucked Mike up years ago.
That's what happens when you take the deal, man.
That just shows you the left-hand side. They require sacrifices too, just like the Lord requires
Both
sacrifices.
sides.
They're just copying the Lord, you know.
It's true. It's actually in the scriptures.
Yeah,
like, even us, like even in our law. So what do? We sacrifice lambs, turtle doves. It's a form of blood sacrifice,
righteousness,
and they do child sacrifice and all that. So it shows you, you know, with everything, whether it's for righteousness' sake or wickedness, both sides require sacrifice. Well, the chief of our sacrifices, you know what I mean, is our Lord. He you know what I mean?
The ultimate sacrifice.
And you know what? Now that we've woken up, it's like, you know what? You've woken up. You're better off just growing old in the faith, man.
Lord willing.
That's the spirit. Lord willing, the Lord has it. You grow older.
You just enjoy to the end.
Yeah, but you grow older in this world, but in the truth. At least I'm not compromising myself for this world. You gotta feel like that. I'd rather grow old in the truth than grow old as a grimy degenerate. I done seen some of them. Look at your own family members. They're like, they just lost it in this world. Or even, you done seen some of these old folks. They should be people of wisdom. These older people in the world, but they're through. It's like an old dude groped up, fucked up in the spirit, ain't got no wisdom. I'd rather it's better to be old but grow old in this truth, bro. It's true. You're not selling yourself to this world. You're growing old in the truth, man.
That's true. There's more to just queuing up for a fucking plate of rice and peas at a funeral, man.
True.
You see these old bottles and just be there, oh shit, so
You don't know what's
you know,
going on.
dry bones, he's just passing up. He's gone, you know. He was a good man. He doesn't chatting shit all the time, man. They don't even know where he's gone, like. They don't even know what happened to the spirit. They're just waiting there for their fucking plate. Yes, auntie. They're holding out the fucking, waiting for the rice and peas, mac and cheese and that. And you got the tie to the side. He's tied loose. You know? Come on, bro, man. A hot, steamy room with bare jakes in it. Talking about old times.
It's on paper plates. You know, like paper
man. Get them here.
Paper plates
dash in a black
and red
bin.
cups. Yeah, the
Bin liner.
Yeah.
At the end of the night, like.
And he comes back the next day for scraps to take to work. Old bottles, man.
Worthless
encouragement.
Bro, it's still strong, brother.
That's the fucking. It's true.
You see them like, bro, you need to stay strong. You're telling me stay strong. You need to stay strong.
Bro, it's better to grow old in the truth, man. You know, like you're actually doing something righteous, and then you're aging with the spirit, though.
That's right. Stay strong.
Like it's true, you know, I'll use this as like an example. Like when you see the apostles and and elders, they still look firm.
They have life.
They're older in age, so-called
Apostles
age,
have life,
but
bro.
they look firm.
They got life.
The spirit's with them.
Lively stones.
You see people half of our apostles' age and they're just done in this world. You see them. See some of these motherfuckers are like zombies. The dude might tell you he's 39, but the dude's a zombie. Yeah. Like ashtray. Like dudes are through. They're like old, but they're fucked. But you see brothers in the truth, beginning with our teachers. And you know, you grow old, but you're in the truth. You're older, you're age, but you're in the truth though. The Lord's with you. There's life in you. Like I see some people that even went to school, they look through. I'm like, God damn, the dudes are younger than you, look done.
Yep.
Wow. But because they're in this world, they're just doing anything.
Rubbed out.
They're bro.
Where are the saints? Where are the saints?
You be looking through as fuck, man. But you got brothers in the faith growing old in the truth, but you see brothers still got life in them.
Hey, because our hope is full of what? Immortality.
And it's based on life.
We're actually laying a hold of immortality through this word. The Lord said, Yahweh said, I am come that they might have life. Life, not death. Not death. He said life, and that they might have it more abundantly. That's like living, the rivers of living water, man. You know?
This is St. John 6:63. It is the spirit that quickeneth.
Woo, wait, hold on a minute. The word quickeneth, what is that word in the Greek? Is zupoeo, which means to make alive. It's the spirit that quickeneth.
Spirit
Makes us alive, not dead. We're lively stones. That's why they brought, brother made a point about the apostles, man. They be lively. You know what I mean? They might, you know, we all have problems, especially the elders, apostles. They've been tried and tested. They've been in this for years. They might have like pains, aches, and that, whatever. We got to take supplements.
When
shit.
you see them,
You know, but when you see them, man.
it's a hold on, bro.
Yep. And it says, it is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words, the flesh.
Wow, the flesh.
It profiteth what?
Nothing. Read that again.
The flesh profiteth.
It says, the flesh. I'll read it again.
You know, and also, read that so someone get in a new Living Translation.
It says, it is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh. And it didn't say cash. It didn't say dollar bills. You know what I'm saying? No, it's the spirit.
But you see
word.
people with in the world with all of that. They're croaked. They're done. I see some of these motherfuckers like, damn, man. For what the Lord for waking me up, man.
Real talk.
Some motherfuckers you see like, and you find out they're 19. I don't know. You know, some shit like that. Motherfuckers will be straight out here, man. But you even see older generation. You see the older generations of this world. They're fucking through, bro. They're through, bro.
I remember one of you brothers said that like sin, it just kind of like ages you.
No,
it's like wears you out. You know. It says, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life.
They are spirit. They are life, man.
Quick precept on that.
Wait, let me get it in the NLT real quick.
Got it,
Right, I got it. It says John 6:63. It says the spirit alone gives eternal life. I'm sorry, bro. Because you know what? You know we had to get it in the NLT. Because the way something drops heavy. It's a heavy hit. You know? Because we are laying a hold on immortality. Hey, you follow the ways of Yahweh Shai, man. Guess what? On the first go around, we're going to make it. If we're of the elect, we follow the ways of Yahweh Shai. Guess what? From that moment on, we're immortal. When Yahweh Shai comes, when you see yourself on a chariot, you are immortal. There's no more talking.
It's done.
It's done.
You've been delivered.
You've been saved. You've been deemed fit worthy for salvation. You are of the elect at that point. You know it. Then shall it be known who am I chosen. And then you ain't going to be, listen, no one ain't going to be able to kill you again. That's it. You done it. Esau can't come up and, you know? He ain't, none of that, bro. It's over. You're going to have power. What we're going to receive is what Yahweh Shai got. We're going to get what, you know, we're going to be joint heirs with him. You know? We're going to have life more abundantly, man. That's exactly what he's going to give us.
But
You
bro,
know?
You know it proves the spirit as well, yeah. Because even if you look at our lineage, yeah, look at High Priest Ariel's father. He was out there teaching in his older age. High Priest Yaquab. You see in videos, there's footage of it. King Marshall, they're out there in their older age teaching. So-called old age, but the spirit's with them.
Strong.
So it proves living your life righteously is beneficial. People in the outside can't see that, but we can. There's a benefit to living righteously. Even when we are stuck in this world, there's a benefit to live righteously because you know the Lord's with it. It's true. Sin ages, motherfuckers, man. People with sinners, they're just all fucked. You see them, dudes still doing the same thing.
And old adultery that daughters.
You know, it's true. You see those dudes just sin. They just got sin on them.
You see them old Benjamites outside betting shops. Yeah. And they just always just.
And the dude's seen so many generations, but he still ain't learned. The spirit ain't with him, ain't quickening him. The people are just through.
You actually see this.
The Lord's doing us a favor.
It's a faded.
He gets you young. He gets you when you're young because you can grow older in the knowledge, in wisdom.
That's right.
So he gets you young.
Speaking about the old bottles. Yeah. You know, for the new wine that put in old bottles, it just gushes out. Yeah. It just bursts through the seams like.
Yeah.
You know, they're stuck in their way.
Hard-headed, all of that, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. It says the Spirit alone gives eternal life. Human effort accomplishes nothing.
Wow. Human effort accomplishes nothing.
I love that, bro. Human effort, bro.
That's right. You know what? Hey, you have to read that again.
Accomplishes nothing.
Read that again.
It says the Spirit alone gives eternal life.
So guess what? A man can receive nothing except to be given him from heaven.
That's right. That's why I'm trying to get
That's
to the
right.
ninth dimension. Even though I'm stuck here on the earth, I need to get to another dimension in my mind.
Which is through the Lord.
You know, I'm joking. Inside, I was like, but it's true. You want to, even when we're stuck in the flesh, you do want to think on a higher level. You have to, bro.
Oh yeah, that's it.
You have to.
It's all through the Lord.
Well, when you're dealing with this word, you have to. You have no choice. Because if you think on this level, then you're just going to be a brute beast. You know, which I went into that word brute, by the way. In the Greek, it was alogos, which the word logos, it goes back to rationality. So alogos is the opposite of that. So void of rationality.
Wow.
So you're just a brute. You don't even rationalize anything. Just give me it. You eating, but you ain't even chewing. Like, you just beating it. Oh, more. The shit just disappears.
Eat and beat.
It was our will. Anything goes. You know?
It's true.
Senseless.
It's true.
Wow.
And you got these brothers. It's funny, man. His brothers in Holland was telling us about this demon and that. They had this demon. There was a demon and that. And a dude could just eat a bowl of chicken legs. A chicken leg, not a drumstick. A bowl, and it's like he hasn't even eaten. But it's like, it's so no one else can eat it. The dude would eat a whole bowl of chicken legs. I'm talking about a chicken leg. You know when you get Nando's, they give you the breast and the leg, the juicy leg. A whole bowl of them. And no one else even ate. And it's like he's not even hungry. It's like he's not even, he hasn't even eaten.
He would eat with no consideration for anyone else.
That's what that is though. No
Homer Simpson spirit.
You know, this was a dude that is not around, you know. But this dude was like a glutton demon. Not glutton, but
he was a glutton.
But what's that word I'm saying? He was like, he didn't want to share with brothers and shit like that. Insatiable. It can never have enough spirit type of cat. He ain't around, but the brothers were telling us that right there in Holland. Right. This dude could eat a whole fucking bowl of chicken legs, and like, I'm not talking about, because I can eat probably 4 chicken legs, 5. I can go for more. This dude,
but you know what?
We can eat.
The point
This dude can eat a fucking 50 of them.
Yeah. Well, and as well, his actual character as well. He was a nigger.
He was basically, you eat all the pizza, you ain't getting shit.
He was just a nigger, man.
No consideration for
Insatiable.
You ain't getting a slice. He'd eat it to the point.
You basically eat fast so that you
don't get none. You don't get none. And you know what? The funny thing is, that's like insatiable can never have enough. And you know when you get a pizza, you get a pizza and you devour the pizza, and then you might have like
they fold it in half.
Dregs of the cheese on the box. that's gone. You know, that's gone. You know, like bits of the cheese is still there. You might
The toppings fall off.
Yeah, the toppings. A bit of the chicken's off there. Like,
scoops it with his
that's
fingers,
gone.
man. Scoops it with his
You
fingers.
know, because you eat, you're devouring the food. That's gone.
He's looking at the box.
Yeah, you're getting a slice, like.
Probably going to lick the box. Like.
He's standing over it like he's knocked man out. Like,
Standing over the box.
Well, you know what?
God in there.
He's making a joke. But that guy actually had that spirit.
Well, one of the brothers mentioning that.
Yeah, he actually had that
Devour
spirit.
the fucking whole
He actually had
tub
that.
of legs.
And sometimes, remember when, we ain't even going to go into the whole thing. But the point is, but let's read, man. Let's read.
That's that flesh, isn't it?
that's right. It says the Spirit alone gives eternal life. Human effort accomplishes nothing. And the very words I have spoken to you are spirit and life.
The words are spoken of spirit life, but it's what? Human effort. So that's why we can't get proud. Because us being in this truth isn't of our own doing. It's not of our own doing, bro. Bro, before you came in this, you were smoking weed. Before you came in this,
shit.
you was in a club with the the glow sticks.
Sweating, isn't it?
Sweating.
Your pecs just dripping.
With a shape up. You know, it was like a shape up and slits.
But you can't forget the whistle.
Yeah.
Like my man Terry Crews from White Girls. You know Terry Crews from White Girls was getting down. And he was in that club. And the nigga was sweating and shit, top off. You can't beat that, man. Come on, that's played out, bro. That's that rioting. And chambering and drunkenness. You know? Parading through the streets at night with torches in honor of Barkers.
It says that in
Getting into any club.
That's right.
In the translation.
Precept on that. Ephesians 2:8, quotes in verse 9. For by grace are you saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of the Most High, not of works, lest any man should boast.
Not. It isn't like of ourselves, man. Because a person, might boast. A person might boast, man. I already knew 90% of the truth before I came in. Get the fuck out of there, man. That's cap.
I taught myself.
I'm self-taught.
I don't need the Bible.
And it's always a Benzomite, man. It's always a Benzomite will say that. No one can teach me. I'm self-taught. I'm just like Paul. Like, get out of here, man.
Hey, he had that one guy come up to the camp, the apostles camp last week. Remember he came up the Haitian camp. What did he say? I am the true. What did he say? I'm the true one. Yeah, the true one. I'm the true one.
Yeah, right. The true one.
I am the true one. Apostle Tom was like, I'm Haitian too. You know what I mean? I am the true one. And then he walked off like.
Jake.
That's Jake, man.
That's Jake for you, man.
You know, stubborn though. They're stubborn. But that's why we're only out here for the elect, you know.
True one.
And the scripture says,
That's true one. And all that.
And he said that with conviction.
But I think even the brothers, the apostles said, well, I think they mentioned writing, teaching, and
Yeah.
and that was it. You know what time it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what time it is, man. Yeah, the spirit, innit? You know?
The true one. Well, so you don't want to share the truth? You're the true one. And you got the truth. Why don't you share that truth then? If you're the true one.
Hide under a bushel.
Yeah, man.
Bro, you know what? If you're not for the Lord, man, you know you learn this truth. You learn this truth. The Lord puts the spirit on you to go out and teach. Right? Because it's foolishness unto the Lord. It entertains the Lord. But if it weren't for the Lord, you get tired of talking to these mother people out there, man. You know, we talk to the wind. You get fucking annoyed at this world, man. But, you know, we do it because the Lord requires it, man.
Foolishness of preaching.
Foolishness of preaching, bro.
Yeah, Jeremiah, he was like, I will no more speak
Go
the
and
words
do
of
what
the
he's
Lord.
fucking, you already know. Go on.
No, you got it, bro. No, I was just going to say, Jeremiah was, he was young and he was, preaching the word, and he said, I will no more speak, of thy words, man. But then he said it was like a fire in my bones. So it's the spirit of the Lord that made him
do it.
just keep going and just, cursing out Jakes that were going off.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's like us. We're in that spirit, because sometimes it's like, no one's listening. But it doesn't matter because the word's going out anyway, and the Lord He puts His Spirit on us to do what we do, man. With part of a living sacrifice, reasonable service. That's what we're here to do, man. That's what this is about, being saved. You know. And I got a precept.
The scripture says the preaching of the word is foolishness unto those that perish. But we see the value in doing it. The Lord has given us the mindset to see the value and the foresight to see how it's going to be in the end, man.
The rewards, man.
The rewards,
everything, yeah. The eye salve, man.
Yeah.
Seeing it all, man.
The prophets are known as seers.
Yeah.
You know, they were visionaries. Like that's why the apostles always say, like when we're taught these words and these prophecies, you go into the word, you always got to envision what was being done at that time, or envision the prophecies playing out. You know, so we got to see it, man. You know, with a spiritual eye. You know, like the saying goes, "See it to believe it." Well, we see it with a spiritual eye. The Lord ain't giving a spiritual eye to everyone. Hey, Yahweh Shai told that to the disciples. It's not given unto them.
Yeah. You know the mysteries of the
I got you have one?
Real quick. This is Luke 10 and verse 20. Notwithstanding, in this rejoice not that the spirits are subject unto you, but rather rejoice because your names are written in heaven.
And that's predestination. You know, that's what Ephesians, the first chapter, what we are predestinated before the foundations of the world. You know, I believe that's Ephesians 1, you know. So this ain't, hey, the Lord, ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you. This is the Lord's program. We didn't come and like, oh, I want to wake myself up. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking had enough and all that. You know? Well, you might have had enough, but guess what? Was it your choice to be woken up? No. That's the truth.
And the way the truth too, bro, is like far beyond what you would even thought what the truth is. If you ever thought about what is truth and like, this is like some far out information.
That's right.
The Lord has to be with you to get this, man.
Yeah.
No one can just wake up to this by themselves.
Yeah,
Think
that's
about
right.
what you know.
That's right.
This ain't just like learning about, I don't know, Islam and all that shit. The fourth Sukra and Quranic scripture, whatever the fuck they call it. This ain't that. This is some far out stuff. This is like your eyes are open to things. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever seen Interview with the Vampire? You know that film? It's a good film. So it's a Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise and they're vampires in like New Orleans and that. And they wake up and and he turns into a vampire. This is some bullshit. But then his eyes start seeing the statues are alive and that. But the humans can't see that. In the Interview with the Vampire, when Brad Pitt gets turned, you see him. He's turned, and in the morning, in the nighttime, he starts seeing the statues are alive. The eyes are flicking. The humans can't see it. So he's tapped to another dimension.
Wow.
You know, the Interview with the Vampire. So that's what happens with the word, bro. Where you can't. If you in the world, if you ever thought what is truth, this is far beyond what you would think what truth is. But this is far out, bro.
That's right.
The Lord has to wake you up to this. This ain't this ain't religion. You know, no, it is religion. But this ain't what I'm saying is it ain't
Of this world.
It ain't of the world.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my point.
Oh, yeah.
It actually ain't even of this world.
You know, this is some like far out. It's like Well, the scripture says it. That's why they were tripping when Yahweh Shai brought this truth back in the Rome.
Yeah.
They were bugging out. They thought, what is this like? What is this new thing?
They actually called him a devil.
Yeah.
They called him a devil.
Bro.
So you ain't getting this. This truth, you ain't just getting this. Yeah, you ain't just getting this off your own accord, man. The Lord's got to wake you up, man.
That's deep when you think about it, right? That actually gives you like an example of the mentality of people of the world. Imagine the Lord, the Word that was made flesh, truth itself. He was called a devil. Right? So if he got called a devil, then so what's so more us?
Beelzebub.
So it means
Beelzebub, isn't it?
the actual truth will be seen as wickedness, and wickedness will be seen as truth. And that's actually what's going on out here.
Oh, precept.
You know? That's actually what's going on out here.
Yeah.
Here it is, a Catholic priest wearing a white fucking garment can
Yeah.
go anywhere and be worshipped. Oh, Padre,
But hold on a minute, but what's he doing behind the scenes?
yeah. He's screwing people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They tiny little boys, right?
Upside down crosses.
Remember that guy? Remember that guy? He came to the camp in Oxford Street. He's like, I got tied to a bed. They tied me face down. In handcuffs. And basically, that guy was a victim of Catholic priests. And he broke down in front of us.
Yeah, making their rounds among orphans.
Yeah, making it
All of that, man. You know, tying children down.
Exactly.
All of that.
But guess what?
Yeah, like even you got that one. You got is that fucking so-called hero. You ever heard of her, Mother Teresa?
Yeah.
If you really go into her, she's a real demon. If you go into her, she's a real demon. She used to like do all kind of shit to the children.
Yeah, man. Hey, Jimmy Savile was another one. He was another one. You know what I'm saying? He
He had the keys to the city.
Oh yeah, he was a fucking advisor to fucking what, King Charles.
Yeah.
He was advisor to King Charles used to send him speeches for him to. Is this appropriate and all of that?
Yeah.
I remember I see the documentary, man.
Yeah, he was honorary. Isn't
Yeah, man.
he? You know what? The funny thing is that. Yeah, he's up. Say that again. He's a good friend. He's a good friend. Good buddy, isn't he?
Counting him a good friend.
He had the keys to the city, bro. He had the keys to hospitals. He had the keys to fucking children's homes.
Yeah, that's right. Orphans' homes, all of that.
Orphans' homes.
Yeah, he was there.
He was getting
Yeah,
down.
man.
He was protected.
Yeah.
It just shows you what's going on, man.
Appearing on talk shows. You know, making busting jokes, all of that.
He was popping dead children, man. He was doing that. He was popping dead children. That people, you know, children that passed away of cancer or something, he would go in there in the room in the hospital and he'll pop them.
Yeah, he had the keys to like a
When they
mental.
were dead.
He had the keys to like a mental
Popping them dead.
children's mental home. So he'd be in there as well. Yeah. You know, there was something called like I can't remember what they called it. I think it's called like the last ride, where what he would do, he would bring children on boats with politicians, and that was the last time you'd ever see them. They'll get dealt with and their throats get pretty much slit. This stream's probably gonna trip, but it's like it was called like the last ride, something like that. Where basically Jimmy Savile had the connections to they're all linked in, but he would bring loads of them to like boats with politicians, and that was the last time they would ever be seen. And then it goes into like what was going on and that, you know. But yeah,
And now you wonder why there's placards saying "Not my king." But this guy's got ties to the royal family. Got ties to slavery, man. They got ties to Jimmy Savile. All kinds of fucking freaks and murderous intents, man.
which Jimmy Savile was someone Jimmy Savile, they kind of just put him as the forefront of things, like a scapegoat type of character.
Yeah. Jimmy
Like someone they put in a limelight where when it goes down, it's on him. But they all do it. The fool guy, that's right.
That's why they allowed him to live to a full age and not be persecuted. They were protecting him all that time. He's just the face of what was happening.
So that after his death, he gets exposed. They're like, no, man,
He's not here no more.
I didn't know about it, man.
Bro, he used to go on TV and then it would be like adult women, and he'd be like, get your knockers out.
Yeah.
And like, he would just be talking like, he'd be like, oh, one of them, he's got lovely knockers. You got to see clips of him. He's a character, man. Oh, she's got longer. Get your knockers out, look. He's like, you can see how he's going on, and they'll just laugh. Oh, Jimmy. And
Or then you had the children who'd be interviewing the children. Oh, can I be your boyfriend? Little girl. And everyone was just laughing. I'm like, you couldn't do this nowadays. What the fuck?
bro, it's a different time, bro.
Yeah.
It's funny how they kind of put him out there. It's like he's like the
Charismatic nuts.
But the jokes, you know what you made me think? What was the queen? What's the other queen's son's name? Andrew. How come what he's done just swept under the rug? Andrew. Prince Andrew. How come what Prince Andrew's done? Yeah, but you know what? We've said that. What you just said, we've said that. I don't want to say it, but we kind of said that. Yeah. But the funny thing is,
Charismatic nuts.
he probably is. You know what I mean? He probably is. But anyway, look, Prince Andrew, how come what he's done to under the rug?
Yeah.
That guy just walks around fucking freely.
Well, have you seen the?
I saw what you put. Say it.
No,
Go ahead.
Well, the point.
Let us get swept
I ain't
under the
gonna
rug.
speak on it too much, but basically, Prince Andrew, man, he was a freaking nigga, man. Like, basically,
That's the Queen's favourite son.
Yeah, the Queen's favorite, man. Basically, he could do whatever he wanted. His cops got cursed out. His security guards got cursed out. He could do whatever he wants. Don't this and that. Make sure anytime you see me, just open the door. He's a freaking nigga, man. Freaky nigga with no consequence.
Reason.
Yeah, and what he's done just swept under the
Got
fucking
swept
rug.
under the rug.
that's
And
it.
it's funny.
And he's still around. He's just living. So, well, he's not going to be free because they're going to slavery. But the point is, they're going down anyway. But the point is,
And this
can
one,
get away with any.
he's walking.
Exactly, but that proves you're a ruler.
Yeah.
Because you can do what the fuck you want.
He can do
R. Kelly got thrown under. R. Kelly.
Bradley's coming back out.
Everyone's against R. Kelly, which you know he's a Mason degenerate anyway. But look, what he done ain't half as bad as what these motherfuckers
bro.
do.
Yeah, come on, man. Like Pizzagate and all that.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Well, he said that in the interview when he was exposing it, when he was getting interviewed by that black woman. He was like, you don't really know what's going on. Like, you think I'm bad? What these guys are really doing underground? He actually went into it. You know, when you want to do this to me, you really knows what's going on, man.
Because I'm sure at certain parties, I'm sure like he was probably there like in the far background, like damn, bro, that's what's going on.
Yeah, while his song's on in the background.
He's chilling. But guess what? Now he's
If I could turn.
Go ahead, bro.
Or some shit. Or one of them booty rumping ones. You know that? R. Kelly's bounce. You know R. Kelly, he can make a song up out of nowhere. They probably made him make songs out of nowhere in them parties. That's how good that dude was. No, R. Kelly could actually make a song out of nothing. You can just have R. Kelly make a song and he'll be like, my feet and my toes move or some shit. Ooh, I shake and my some shit. That dude, and he'll add a beat to it and it's number one. Yeah. Right. Oh my lord, he's a legend though. And you know what? You see, a lot of you niggas are hypocrites. You know what? Niggas are fucking hypocrites. Cause they're the niggas. That's why you're the worst, bro. Because you know what? They're the same. They'll be getting on him, but they pump his music. Fuck God, kid. Niggas never back their own. I'm gonna keep it for real. You know what? Because we back our own. You know, we back Israel. We look at 2/3 like they're like outsiders too. And the Lord said treat them like heathens. Straight. It's true. But you know what? Jake don't back their own, bro. Even in the worldly context. You see?
Well, look at Ye.
They'll just jump on. No one ain't defending him. Why are all these celebrities coming out defending Ye and Kyrie Irving? They like, fuck them. They don't want to lose the bag. Oh, you got LeBron James. You always see him with the Amalekite, the fucking curls, like that. And they're holding his hand, and he's wearing them dark shades, and he's walking around with them. They're holding him by the hand, and then look, you're LeBron, I'm the Amalekite. Like, don't, put your head like that. And then let's say like I'm pretending to be Amalek. That's another Amalek, go on. And they got him like that, and he's just there like under order. As big as he is, he could probably destroy the whole room of them, and he's under them. He's there like that.
He's actually getting led by the dude,
And the Amalekite's holding his hand.
Come on, man. Yeah, stroking it as well.
You know? I'm sorry, I have to kind of like, you see it, as big as the dude is. Why ain't he defending Kyrie Irving? Aren't they basketball? That's first match that he's won.
Fucking
sellouts,
all
man.
these so-called, black basketballers should have all went on strike.
He should always
Yeah.
You know, we had the power to do that.
Apostle all the time said that.
He mentioned the video,
He said, all you basketballers, man, you can create your own
own
league.
league,
Apostle said that. Create your own league. Listen, he goes, Jake got the power now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Esau's going down.
Yeah.
You know?
Even with
They got the power to do that.
This is the end of Rome. You might as well all rebel. It's the end of Rome.
They always talk about complain about the Grammys. They don't know about the culture. They're giving the Grammy to the wrong person. Create your own Grammys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Grammys based on Jake anyway. Make your own Grammys, man.
Yeah.
You niggas just want to be slaves. That's it. Precept.
Yeah, they love it so
So
much.
true, bro.
Hey, is Israel a servant? Is he a homeboy?
Can I read?
Like, look, really, everyone in the worldly context, every Jake should be defending Kanye West. So fuck that. They want to do that to him. Well, fuck, everyone should be on it, from the least Jake to the highest Jake.
But they'll still bump his music. Like
Yeah,
you say.
exactly.
So they're hypocrites.
Exactly. Even R. Kelly, he's a degenerate. Anyway, I'm making a point though. You see, if that was like another nation and their people were getting it like that, they would make such a scene that they have to leave the guy alone. You feel me? There's power in being together. But you see, 2/3 they don't get there. They want them deals. They want to, they want to involve everyone but their own.
quiet down.
Yeah.
You know?
You start making too much noise.
Everything.
You're gonna fuck about money,
Yeah.
opposition.
But really, if everyone said, if every Jake said fuck that, if every Jake said F this, and every Mexican, everyone said fuck this, guess what? They'd have to fucking bow to your will. They'll collapse. But you know what? The Lord's bad, man. The Lord's bad because you know what? Rome, the ancient Roman Empire fell like that. Because Jake got so high up in there, and it just was like, you know what? They were the gladiators. They were up in politics. The world ended.
Yep.
But now, and you know what? If the Lord, hypothetically speaking, if Yahweh Shai didn't come, which he's coming, that's what would happen here anyway. Eventually, you can see it. Even every TV advert you see now is just Jakes. There's adverts and crackers must be like gnashing their teeth at their houses. It's just a Jake every advert you see.
Well, even on that, even there's even information. You know, you have the studies on the face of the average person in the year 2090, and it just the Jakes. Like basically no Edomites left, more or less.
Well, there was a video, I don't know who put it in the chat before, but there was a video of these cops in Canada, and then it was like a camera catching the Edomite cops talking, and the Edomite cop was like, everywhere I go, it's just interracial couples, he said, you know? And he goes, I told my son, he told his son, basically get you like a Moabite woman or something, you know, like, because that's how the world is. You know, I've just told him, you know, just do what you gotta do. Just do what you gotta do. Everywhere you go, I'm seeing like in downtown Toronto, everywhere you go, it's interracial couples. He's saying basically the Edomite woman, she's with a Jake, or she's with nations outside of their own. So you know, that's what's happening, bro.
I saw a clip going into that. There was this white woman. She was basically like, look, I only deal with black men, so I want to keep my race alive. You got a group of Edomites. They think that if they get with Jake, it's going to keep them alive. Women though, obviously, women's going to keep us alive. She's in the father. But that's their mind state. They don't know, so they're always trying to target these black men, big strong black men and that. You know, get children with them so they can carry on their race.
It's survival.
Yeah, survival.
Because you know what? They can see, you know, people can see that, you know, Esau can see his world's ending. It's true. And so Edomite, Esau can actually, they can see their world's ending, bro.
What happened in Egypt?
It's crumbling. Yeah, man.
Yeah, the women were lively.
They ain't got the power they once had. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
You know, it's all, you know, their women are with Jakes. Their women are with nations outside of them. Their world's ending.
Precept.
But it's funny because the only person that holds up these Edomites is Jakes. 2/3. They want to just keep holding this shit up. Get down with what Kyrie and Kanye West are doing, man. If anything. Anyway, go on, man. Go on.
Yeah, Isaiah 30:1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, that take counsel but not of me, and that cover with a covering but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth.
They walk to go down to Egypt, man. Basically, you know, we know that Israel, the 2/3, they love this. They want to uphold it still.
Yeah.
They want to make it here, but the Lord ain't with that. See, if the Lord, like I was saying, if Yahweh Shai doesn't come and he's going to come and end this place. But if the Lord allowed this to continue, all Jake would do is take over England and America. They'll take America over and just make it like for them type of thing. It'll be a kingdom of Jake's ruling, but in America. The Lord ain't with that because you know why? What will happen? They'll just keep sinning anyway. Like it happened in ancient Rome when Jake took over. For a while, there might be some morality and some certain rulership, but then some Jake might want to corrupt the Bible, or you know, like they did that anyway. Or they'll have some new religions, and then some Jake will add madness into it and shit. You know, or you have a Jake king that rules that it just goes off. They ain't gonna get it right.
Judges all over again.
Yeah, bro. So we'll just basically be in the same cycle. So you can see why the Lord's gonna nuke the shit and just begin it again.
But ultimately now, the Lord's put Esau on a level now where he's so strong that way Esau will just fucking end everything. He's put Esau so strong now. That's why the scripture says, for the elect's sake, these days must be shortened. You know? If the days didn't be shortened, there'd be no flesh left to be saved. Because Esau, he's a devil on the earth. He's the actual devil, bro.
Well, you know, Esau, he'd be like, he's seeing the world ending.
Oh yeah,
they're ready for just destroy this fucking place.
Yeah,
like, you know, if we can, bro, take them all.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
Well, that's true. Because
He's got that mad scientist spirit.
Press those buttons.
Yeah.
you know
We can, bro.
Because you know what's an example of that? It's Black Wall Street.
Oh, Black Wall Street. Tulsa.
Jake
yeah.
got their banks and businesses, and it got blown up.
True that. Hey, that's what Ye's asking for.
Yeah.
How comes he's talking about Diddy and whatever coming together to make a black-owned bank?
It'll get blown up.
Come on, bro, man. Bro, like, you going to like Jake ain't tried Salakia.
No, that's right, bro.
You going to like Jake ain't tried this before.
Yeah.
Jake done tried this before, man.
And
What
it got
about
blown
Toza?
up.
Remember the first episode in Watchmen, the show?
Yeah.
They showed you what happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma, man.
Hey, you know,
Jake
Kanye
was
West,
getting catching hell.
Kanye West, he went, I see him, he goes, I'm jealous of the Jews, he said. You seen that? And he goes, I want my people to have what they have.
Envy down the oppressor.
Envy not the oppressor. But you know what? You can't do nothing against the truth but for it. What's beautiful about that is that you just got some random Jake that don't know nothing. Now, because he likes Kanye West, he's like, well, I don't like them now, the Jews. I want what we want that.
Yeah.
It's making a little stir happen, which is the Lord anyway.
That's right, stirring up Judah, man.
Stirring up, it's the Lord, man.
Yeah, that's right.
And then even, you know what, I see brothers, you know that new Wakanda Forever movie? I see brothers was doing videos on it, and basically it's about the Ephraim and Jake coming together. You know, because in that movie you got like the Avatar looking caps in it. In that Wakanda Forever. You know, Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever.
You got like and they're linking up with the what's that? What's that?
Issachar,
What? Yeah, like Issachar.
Yeah.
What's that? What's that?
His name's Namor.
No, but what's the Wakandan people? What's their city called? Fucking I forgot. Wakanda. Yeah, sorry. That vibranium and that. They're linking up and that. It's like basically the movie concept is apparently Judah and Ephraim linking together. Judah and Israel coming together.
Yeah.
And they put it in the movie. Because like even when you look, and it's funny because in that new Wakanda Forever, when I see the poster, the people they're linking with look like the avatars. You know, Avatar. The Avatar was basically the tribes of Israel. They're showing you that in the movies. Funny, man. The Esau's world's ending, man.
Well, it's funny because even in that, they're blue, innit?
They're blue.
And it's like they even had that in Apocalypto. They had like the blue, like painting all over them. That was something the Northern Kingdom was doing, man. You know, so it's just interesting. You know, with that movie.
Apocalypto, yeah. I know what you mean.
Their tongue shall fall upon themselves. You know, they always show you these things in their movies.
What are you saying? I was going to ask you something.
Yep. It says that water go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. And that's what our people are doing. They're trusting in the shadow of Egypt. You know, was that Revelation 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, man. Okay? So that in Egypt, pretty much, you know, why do they have the pyramids on the back of the dollar bill? Why do they promote sodomy over there in the land of America? So that lets you know that what Revelation is talking about. It's talking about the land of America, man. And just like you had sellouts of our people that wanted to go back into bondage under Pharaoh in them, you're going to have them same spirits that are back here today. And they're doing the same, they're stuck on stupid. The spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. Guess what? The spirit of the stupid are subject unto the stupid, man. The Lord said that they're stupid. My people are foolish. They're his children. You know, they're wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. So when it comes to getting a rap deal, you know, and blowing off a pink rod or whatever the fuck they got to do behind the scenes, man, fuck a goat. You know, whatever the fuck these creeps are doing, man.
They're like toys for these devils.
Yeah, man.
Especially them Amalekites.
That's it.
The real creeps. You know, like that book, the 13 tribe, the Guz tribe and all that. You know, the real creeps. That's who's ruling, basically. They're the ones that their underwear disintegrates. Their underwear disintegrates. That's who's actually on top. You know? That's who's actually on top, bro. And guess what? That's who LeBron James has to hold hands with. When Nick Cannon got out of line, the next thing they did, what did they do? Nick Cannon, when he got out of line, straight away they had him sit down with an Amalekite.
Yeah.
Let me teach you, Nicky, about the truth.
Yeah.
Let me teach you, Jaime.
About the Holocaust and all
The
that.
Holocaust happened, Nick. And Nick Cannon had to sit there and agree.
And I think with
Nick, the Holocaust happened, Nick. World War II. Hitler killed 60 million of us. Now let me tell you. We are the oppressed. Okay? This is the true history.
he even took the piss. He said no one has been more oppressed than the so-called small acts. Come on, bro.
Bro, you see them pictures of LeBron James, it looks pathetic. The LeBron James, even when he's sitting down, he's like, you know LeBron James, because he's like, they're like, the NBA are like mighty men of this world. They're like 8 foot. The dude's like 8 foot. He's probably like 6 foot taller than him while he's sitting down, but he's holding his hand. And the Amalekite's like over him. You see it? That shit makes me sick, man.
Me too.
There was one, me and the brother was in a park near where one of the Akyam lived. And this Jake was running, looked like an MMA warrior, this Jake. Who was a Stat is like a built MMA warrior. And he was kneeling in a car, like as a subordinate to some Amalekites. And they were talking with him. And he's a big ass Jake, intrigued with them. You know, like, because a lot of, even these low level motherfuckers get deals. Even these niggas in the fucking certain community, they get drugs off Amalek and shit. You see him, man. And I'm like, that made me look, this big ass MMA Jake, he's like in the car, you know, like, let's say you're in the driver's seat, and I'm outside the car, but I'm poking my head in there to talk to you. Like, and Amalek was in the car, like talking with him. We were like, it makes you sick. Go on, man. Go on, bro.
This is First Maccabees 1, start from 10. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus, the king, who had been in hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks.
Yeah, the kingdom. Yeah. Go on, brother. Sorry.
In those days, when they're out of Israel, wicked men who persuaded many, saying, "Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us."
Yeah, that's right. That's what the Jakes did. Basically, they took the deals with the rulers. You know, but then in that time period, you had the Maccabees brothers. They weren't having that. They weren't really with that. And guess what? They were even fucking up niggas that were down with that. The Maccabees brothers. They weren't having that. And they were fucking up Jakes that was down with them. You know? Yeah, man. That's what was going on, man. They weren't with the Greeks. They weren't with them like that. That's what and actually right now we're in the time of Hanukkah, which is the dedication of the temple. Because the temple, they fucking did sacrilege. Swine's flesh got sacrificed on it. They were doing all kind of abominations in there. Oh yeah. So it had to be rededicated, rebuilt, recleansed.
And spiritually, that's what's happening now. The tabernacle of David, that's for it, is being built up. Because if you read in Apocrypha, it says that the temple was a partaker of the affliction of the people. Meaning at the same time the temple was getting trodden down, the people was getting trodden down too. You know what? Because that temple is a representation of us.
And you know what? I was laughing. Why I was laughing? You know I was laughing? Because I just thought about it. You got to bow to these sniffling Amalekites. Their bones break. Some of them devils, them Amalekites, and like, that's the Lord, man. Because some of them Amalekites, they just have nosebleeds at random. Weak as hell. They can kick a football and their toe breaks. Like, you know, shit like that. They might have random nosebleeds. You know, just their nose just has bogey all the time. You know, like it's just flying out. It's some, like, if you look at Jacob Rothschild, he's always drooling. He's like, you know, that's who's ruling.
Lack of melanin.
Lack of melanin. It's embarrassing. It's the Lord. It's the Lord. It's the Lord. I'm sorry, but you know when you look at it, it's like this is what's ruling. My family owned that for 100 years, and they're drooling.
They naturally look unclean and abominable. That's how they look. By default.
They're like, even if, for example, the new president of America, Biden, he does a speech and shits his pants at random. I won't be surprised if he's an Amalekite. He just shits his pants. He has to wear a nappy. He goes to sleep when he's meeting big time leaders. He'd be talking to Putin and he'll just start snoring.
Come on. Goes into sleep mode.
What the fuck? That's who's fucking ruling the planet, man. It's embarrassing, man. It's not even that. It's a salakia, but you know what? It's like, it's irksome to us because we know we made the sins to let the Lord make them rule us, man.
Hey, well, Job said it. He said, "They that are younger than I have me in derision." You know what I mean? So it is frustrating. Hey, the scripture says, you know, surely oppression make up a wise man mad. To see these fucking weak, sniveling bastards, you know, have it over. Well, Esdras was complaining. Second Esdras a 6 chapter. These heathen, you know.
The second Esdras 6 and 59. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure?
Jump up a couple verses, bro. Yeah.
There's one video that's viral. It's like some so-called black woman in Israel. It's old video, and the Amalekites, they're like ganging up on her, a wife and her husband, and you see the guns come out of his mouth. It wasn't even just normal spit. It was like green. He's like, I remember. Like, it's like it looked like some type of acid. Like, he's like, And she was like, ew, the Eve was just there taking it. You know, like, because she's there, innit? You know, because they're just devils. She's just in slavery.
Yeah, she
and
spat on
they
her.
just spat on her.
They got a bottle
And it was like some green goo. Like, I'm like, oh, this filth, man. They're like, that's that tribe, man. The 13th tribe, bro. The 13th tribe, man.
being attacked by Jews.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead,
This is 2nd Ezra 6 and verse 56. It says, as for the... I'll start on 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord.
Hey, so that kills equality right there. Of him come we all, and the people whom thou hast chosen. So where's the equality in that, man? The Lord separated the sons of Adam. The scriptures tell you that, bro. The Lord actually created a people to be a chosen line. And it comes all the way down to the nation of Israel right there, man. But guess what? There's an elect of the elect nation too. You know, go on, bro.
It says, because thou hast made us the world for our sakes, as for the other people.
See this other guys. You know, you got them extras in the movie. This is some other people. Like, you Man of Steel, when General Zod came in with the world engine, you saw the extras just running around, man, getting fucked up by the world engine, man. They were running around.
They didn't even matter.
That's them other guys, man. Yeah, come on, man. They're not General Zod, right? They ain't fucking Superman. They ain't the main characters, man. Okay, they're just them other guys.
As for the other people,
Yeah.
which also come of Adam,
Hey, the Lord likes someone to spittle. Go on, bro.
thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle.
They ain't shit, bro. That's them other guys. And like the brother was talking about the drool and that shit. That's just them. That's just gunk. Yeah, they just spittle. You spit on the floor on a hot day, the shit evaporates, man. You ain't thinking about that spit. You spit in the toilet. I don't know. You might have a cold. Fuck that. You spit that shit out. You flush it, man. That shit gone, man.
You ain't trying to get it back.
You ain't trying to get that. You don't even want to see that shit. You might even step on it. Fuck. In fact, you don't even want to underneath the sole of your foot. You just walk away, man. Yeah, go on, huh?
And the Jews. What are the Jews? That's how they say. What are the Jews?
This is gonna get ripped, man. Hey, Esau gonna be pissed.
It says, and has likened, and it says, and has. It says,
Ivy, get the roast. Levy.
and has.
What are their names? They're either Levy, they're either I don't know, man.
Benjamin.
Yahudi, Benjamin, Yahudi, Levi, or Shittlewitz.
It says, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
That's right.
And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us.
And you know what lines up with that? Jeremiah 30:16. You know, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured. So they've begun to be lords over us and to devour us. You know, because the scripture says, who shall go aside to ask how thou doest, man? All these heathen nations, they ain't coming to bat for our aid. You know, he's just a nigga, you know? He's just a bitch ass nigga.
Hurry up and buy.
You know what I'm saying? Hurry up and buy and all that bullshit. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. That's how they treat you, Jake, bro.
Hurry up and buy.
Yeah.
So long.
It'll take long, yeah.
And that proves that the heathen have always been nothing, man.
That's right.
They've been around from the very beginning, the spirit of the heathen, you know, the wicked, and they've always been nothing.
You got the sons of men.
Yeah,
Remember you
sons
get
of
the
men.
three classifications.
Come on, man.
You got the sons of the wicked, the sons of the men, and the sons of God.
Yeah.
And what does Israel mean? Yashala, what? He is a
Prince
prince
of the power.
of the power, man.
Right.
You know?
So you've always had, you know, that vibration of being nothing, that class of being nothing, man, or being under us from the very beginning. You know, and that's never going to change. The Lord changeth not, man.
Oh, Malachi 3:6. You know, for I am the Lord, I change not.
Yeah,
Therefore, you sons of Yaiqua are not consumed, man.
That's right.
So the Lord ain't changing. Oh shit, I made a mistake. When I was
yeah.
talking about the promise to Abraham, oh God,
Yeah,
the Lord don't make, he make mistakes, bro. You know what I'm saying? Okay, the Lord didn't do it. If I could turn, listen, the Lord ain't making no mistakes, bro. He said, look, this is my word. My covenant will I establish with the nation. Who's the new covenant established with?
Exactly right.
Who's the Lord? Who did the Lord give the laws to? Who did Moses come down from Mount Sinai to give the laws to? To give them to? Okay.
Don't be a menace. The comedy one, when that hurry up and buy scene, you see her in the freezer, when he's
doing flips past the aisle.
and while he's trying to buy his drink.
Yeah.
It's true. Sometimes you go to certain. I mean, that don't happen all the time, but when it does happen, I ain't going like that shop near the that shop near Best. Them fucking them goods tribes. You know them dudes look like inbreds. Them dudes they were trying to charge brothers extra.
Yeah, well, one
trying to
time I was
fucking put
there.
more money on your shit.
One time I
What
was
the
there.
fuck you doing, man? Like,
That's why I personally don't like going out. I fucking boycott that place. You know what I did? You know what I did? One
because they
time,
had that Mexican Fanta, so we were like,
I still boycott that shop. Fuck that shop.
shit.
That's my opinion anyway.
I'm with it. I ain't even gonna fool for that sugar. I ain't even gonna fool for that. I'm with
You
it.
know what happened? You know what happened? One time, I noticed every time we're at that shop and he scans it, you can't see the price as he's scanning. So one time I calculated all, I took the calculator, I calculated it all, and he charges extra 50p. I said, yo, how come
because
you
you know
charge
when
us more money?
because sometimes
And he was like, oh, what do you mean? I said, bruv, you're charging us more, man. And then he said, okay. Because that's why anytime you're in that shop, when you're scanning, you can't see the money, bro. Because you always, so you don't know. Yeah, can you get me a beer? Yeah, man.
because when this guy in there,
scamming us, bro.
when this guy in there getting 50 drinks, and
50 drinks and
when the
he's
dude
scamming
scam it, but when you find that out,
Ottoman Turks, scatter
bro.
And he's proper inbred spirit, bro.
yeah, man.
I don't like them dudes.
It's a good
Because we got in there just getting drink, because we got, bro, let me pay for it, and then, man.
I got you, bro.
Yeah. So they seen that, and they thinking, fuck, let's put more money on
Extra
it.
£2. That's why sometimes us brothers will go there, we'll only get like 5 drinks. It's like 30 quid. I'm like, bro, what? No, I know this nigga's hustling us, bro. And I called him out that day, and ever since then, he's like, like fucking rat.
That's why in the kingdom you didn't get dealt with.
I hate them guys, bro.
Hey, I remember when I was younger, man, when I was like, I don't know, I must have been about 7, 8 years old or something. I think I ran to the shop, you know, them penny sweets. But one Elamite, he tried to bump me for a penny. 1p. And I said to him, give me my 1p, man.
And that's it.
I was young as hell, but I said, hey, man, I need my change. He goes, huh? I said, yeah, man. Give me my 1p, man. You know? Short as hell and shit. But I said to him, look, bro, I give him 1p. And he tried to not give me that 1p. But then, you know what? He respected me since that. Ever since I said that, I backed him by that 1p. Boy, every time, boy.
Because that fucking 1p, imagine he's doing that throughout the year to people, he's made an extra $4,000.
That's it.
Off 1p.
Yeah, man.
1p, it adds up.
Hey, you had the penny shops back then. 1p stretch went a long way. Then when you went to the penny shop, you see sweets back then and shit. You ruin your teeth. But you know what? We used to go to penny shops back then and get them 1 penny sweets and shit. Pick and mix and all of that. You know what I mean? Like, give me 1p, bro. But that's how they look at us. He's just a nigga.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
You know?
You know? I'm telling you.
This is Lamentation 2:15.
Madness,
All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying,
Oh, wait, it's true. That's what they do. Hurry up! In the shop and that, like, fucking, you know.
You monkey. All of that.
saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? All thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth.
And I show you that's talking about Jake. Because ask any nation who is the most low, black, or Latin, like we're a proverb in the Bible to all nations. Like every nation can say something about a Mexican. Oh, look at that Mexican. What they know how to do is pick strawberries. You know,
They fucking uphold your country.
Right,
If it weren't for Mexicans, you wouldn't be eating Italian food. Because they work in all the kitchens.
Hardest workers.
If it weren't for even Mexicans, they work in all the kitchens in America. They do not just that, they do everything. Masonry,
Hardest
mason
workers.
work. They're fucking laborers.
Yeah, man.
Your fucking country wouldn't be built up, man. now. So if you're talking shit about the Mexicans, didn't Trump say build the wall?
Yeah.
Get all illegal aliens. America's their land anyway.
Exactly.
But if you get them out, your fucking country would collapse. You wouldn't have name a nation's food on the planet. They cook it. You want some of them fucking owners of those I don't know, get like an Iranian restaurant. I bet you in the back is 6 Mexican brothers cooking the Iranian dishes, but the manager's an Iranian or whatever. That's for real. Some of them Italian restaurants in America, the fucking back is 6 Mexicans making the ragu, making the sauce, making the food. But you think it's some exotic Italian, but it's a Mexican brother making it for you. So get rid of them. Your country falls anyway. So-called get rid of the Mexicans. They're like the Mexicans. Some of the Mexicans are like some of the greatest builders. And they do a lot of building work too, masonry. Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. They ain't just in the kitchen. They're hard working.
They say they hiss and gnash their teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly, this is the day that we look for.
So in spirit, all of them nations have that spirit like against it of our downfall. So that's why at work, if something goes missing, first person they're looking for is Jake. Obviously, yes, you know, you have a large portion of our people that aren't niggas, but in general, like, you know how many times they've done social experiments on YouTube? It'd be an Edomite stealing, shoplifting, and then they'll come and the camera is stalking the Jake. You know what I mean? That's why, even at...
Like, you know what, even when I was working at this one spot... Go on, Shaq,
No,
sorry,
go on,
bro.
go on.
Go on, bro.
No, that's right. Go on, bro.
I was working at this one spot before, during like Christmas, M&S, Marks and Spencer's, Covent Garden, and there was a few times where, and I was working in the stock room, but there was a few times here where like, and there was some devils that was managers anyway, but there was a few times where they kept leaving mobile phones down there, but there's cameras, so but then what I would do is I would just bring the phone and take it back to the office or give it to the person who it was, but I know what they were doing. They were probably doing that to see if I would take it, but it's on camera, so if you get caught doing it now, which I wasn't doing that anyway, I don't want no fucking shit ass, I don't need your fucking phone, man. I don't need your shit, but the point is they were doing shit like that. It's like a test. I know they were doing what they were doing, because sometimes they would leave it under blatantly under something, under a panel where you work. So what I'll do is I'll just go, so they can, they're doing it so they can fire you or something. You know, and there was one Jake in there, his name was Paul, and he was actually part of IUIC, this guy, when he believed in IUIC, because he was an Israelite. But he was like a thorn in their side. He was like worked for the workers' union, so the managers couldn't just get rid of him. And it's funny, he was a tall Jake. They wanted to get rid of him, but he was like, you know, he always tell me, if there's any issues, come to me and that, against the management and that. You know, he was one of them, he was a long-standing, he had the old Marks and Spencer's contracts.
Right, yeah.
You know, one of them long-standing ones, they can't just get rid of him. Yeah. You know, like, because even with that shit, there's Esau's workplaces, there's stipulations. If you're like one of them old contract people, they can't just get rid of you, they have to deal with you a certain way. Yeah, but I remember they used to do stuff like that. Every time there was mobile phones lying around, but it was managers' phones. So I'd go and give it to them, and then sometimes I'd see the look on their face, oh shit, like. But they did it on purpose. I know why they're doing it, because they wanted to steal it, so then they can look on the cameras, oh, you're fired. I don't want your job anyway, I'm doing it because I'm in your fucking kingdom.
Gross misconduct, they don't have to pay you as well. All of that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Don't have to get rid of you and that.
But like,
it's a joke, bro. Man. When I used to see that, I used to think, bro, you know what? Even this, when you look at this place and that, you just think to yourself, this is all bullshit. It's all fucking bullshit. These jobs is all fucking bullshit. You know, you got, and then job, even in the Iranian environments, it's people on a power trip, ego, these fucking managers, you have to tiptoe around. Fuck this place, man. Bullshit ass shit jobs. You gotta work for these for nobodies, losers. Go on, man. Go on, bro. It's a lucky, man. Carry on that shit, bro.
Yeah, and it says, we have swallowed her up. Certainly, this is the day that we look for. We have found, we have seen it.
And that's the precept of Psalms, the 83rd chapter.
Got that as well.
I got it. Oh. Psalms 83 and 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee.
And the word homo is the same word that's been used in Numbers when it says smite the corners of the children of Sheth, right? And if you, Apostle, explain that if you go into that word for Sheth in that verse, it's talking about the tumult, man, which is what the congregation of nations, which is against us, man. And it's true, like it's you can see in the spirit. If you're in a room, especially at work or something, and it's got all different nations, you know the ones like let's say you're in a canteen, and it's got the Greeks, the Edomites, all of them will be all vibing. The Greeks, the Edomites, fucking Elam, they'll all be vibing. Well, as soon as the Jake walks in, the whole vibe changes, because it's a spiritual instinct in them. You know what I mean? That's against us. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, it says, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Yeah, these secret meetings, man. UN meetings. Look, man, if we know that we're the Israelites, these elites know. You know what I mean? They know. Right? Go ahead, bro.
It says, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Yep.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Yeah, and really it's really down unto the Lord that we're actually still here. Yeah. Because in slavery, man, Jake was getting passed around fucking everywhere. You had that cut them off from people. You had the transatlantic slave trade. You had the Indian Ocean slave trade. At the same time, Jake was getting sent into the Americas. Jake was getting sent into India, Pakistan, Iran. You know what I mean? As slaves, man. So everyone had a part to actually play, man. So that's why, hey, it's fitting that when we're in the kingdom, these nations are going to be our slaves, man. It's fitting. It fits. It's full circle.
Can I get quick detail?
Yeah.
Jeremiah 30:16.
And someone get.
Yeah, we're gonna racially profile them.
Yeah.
We're gonna racially profile them. I might even create my own shop. Hurry up and do that spirit. We're gonna racially get the shop, man. I'm just gonna have fun, man. We're gonna police brutality them, but in the righteous way. Fucking what's that movie, man? What's the one when they Planet of the Apes? When the apes are on the horses and they're throwing nets on them. Yeah. And they catch them and they're dragging them on the horses by the nets. We're gonna do shit like that. That's like that's basically police brutality. But we're gonna do it in our way.
Revelation life is gonna be terrible for either.
Terrible. We're gonna fucking throw nets on them and just drag them around, bro. Dump them into water, like.
You're gonna get bullied.
We're gonna get
severely bullied, man.
Revelation 18 give them double, isn't it?
Revelation 2. Power over the nations.
That's it,
Go ahead, bro.
Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured. And all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity.
Every one.
Every one of them.
Wow.
Every one of them.
No one left out. There ain't gonna be 5 Edomites being saved. No escape, man. Every nation is gonna have chains all over their neck, ankles, arms. Just like what they did to us, man.
And it's fitting.
It's fitting, man.
So you Christians need to address that scripture, really, man. You Christians need to address scriptures like that, man. Who's going into slavery? Who's going to be serving? Who's going to be in the lowest state in the kingdom of heaven? Who's going to build the kingdom of heaven, man? You guys don't address these scriptures, man. Because these prophecies, they haven't come to pass yet, man. This is going to come to pass in the kingdom. Who's going to lick up the dust of the Israelites' feet?
I even got my uniform.
It says, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil.
Right.
And all they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. So they spoiled us, so they're going to be a spoil. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
All right, go ahead. Okay. This is Revelation 13 and 9.
the same.
If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. So what people has led the nation of Israel into slavery? That's what captivity means, man. These Edomites and the rest of these heathens, man. Yeah? You read in the book of Judges, we're getting murked and, put in captivity from all these nations, man. From Moab, Ammon, Egyptians, Syrians, Ham, everyone, man. Yeah? And it says, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. And who's the main one ruling with the sword?
Yeah? Blessing,
Yeah? His blessing is Esau, man. The red man. Right? The one that you see in the suit and ties. The one that makes the laws. These banking families, the Rothschilds, which are the real kings of the earth. Shalom, yeah, but you shout. Real safe. They're blessed, man. Yeah? They're the ones that's ruling with the sword. Yeah? They're the ones with the big guns. Yeah? And the nukes, man. Yeah? Here is, now this is key. Here is patience and the faith of the saints. So we have to patiently wait for this, for our revenge, man. Revenge is in the scriptures. Yeah? That's what the saints have to wait for. And that's a part of our faith. You have to believe and hope for that your enemies are going down in slavery and to be slaughtered, man, in righteousness.
Patience.
So, you know what I'm saying? So all these, you're right, these Christians, are you reading these scriptures? These Christians say, oh, I'm saved, I'm a saint of God. Okay, but do you believe in this scripture?
Yeah.
Yeah? Ask yourselves that, man.
And that goes into what we were saying. They said, here is the patience and the faith of the saints, right? The word patient means to suffer. A lot of these niggas out here, they're not really built to suffer, man. You know what I mean? That's why they do sell out. That's why they do arch their backs for Esau. Because guess what? They don't want to suffer, man. They want to make it. They want to build in Babylon. Which this place is going out. How can you see if you really believe in the word in the Bible, right? You like you said, bro. These Christians gonna answer this. If you really believed in the words of the Holy Scriptures, then you gotta believe that there's gonna be an end to this man's rulership, and who's gonna be ruling after. Right? Because the scriptures, the Bible actually tells us who's going to be ruling after. In 2 Ezra 6 and 9. Yeah. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it to follow it. But you trying to force the Lord's hand, didn't the scripture say, await not my love till he be pleased? You trying to force the Lord's hand, I want it now. But the Lord don't give a shit what you want. This is the Heavenly Father's movie, man. We just read Zephaniah 3 and 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, for my determination. When I rise up to the prayer, for my determination is to gather the nations, not your determination. Hey, like Chris Tucker said, you can't. When he said in rush hour, cutting in front of a black man in the buffet line.
Yeah.
Hey, Yahweh Shai's got to get his first, bro. Exactly, yeah. And you trying to just move out the way? Are you mad? Are you crazy, bro? Crazy. After what Yahweh Shai sacrificed. And you just trying to get yours now.
Yeah, you're basically trying to skip rank.
Basically, yeah.
That's dangerous, man.
Yeah.
Imagine how long the Lord's been waiting.
Exactly.
Fuming, bro. Yeah. Just to get his revenge.
And it says the day of the Lord burns in his heart. The Lord is angry with the wicked every day. All right? If I can, you finish that Revelation?
Yeah, I finished in that one, yeah.
Can I read this? It's Isaiah 14 and 1. For the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, will have mercy on Jacob. And will yet choose Israel, right? And set them in their own land.
Wow.
So we're actually going to be set in our own land. We're going to have to take planes. We're going to have to do that. We're going to have to get no passport. The Lord is actually going to set us in that land. That's right. Hey, like Heavenly Father promised, man. Hey, from Egypt all the way to the river Euphrates. That's where we're going to be. It ain't just going to be, that little sliver of the land of Israel. We're going to be, man, that landmass is huge. Yeah? That's huge. That's right. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to actually, look, man, we're going to be living it up, bro. The Lord is actually going to put us in that land physically. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave unto the house of Jacob. And you're seeing it with the Israelite foreigners. Right. You're seeing that happening, bro.
What so-called white-looking brothers from wherever. You seen the video recently with people from Philippines?
Yeah. Talking about Yahweh Shai.
All kind of Akyam, man. That's the house of Jacob. That's the the strangers cleaving.
Yeah, that's right.
Is Israelite foreigners. You know,
That's
from
right.
all the lands, man.
You know, that which is prophecy, man. You know, Isaiah 11 and 11. You know, the Lord said he was going to gather the outcasts of Israel, the dispersed of Judah. The Lord's doing that. And you got Judites that look like heathens. You got Judites that have been scattered. You got Benjaminites that have been scattered. They might look like other nations. You got Levites. You know, all the tribes. You know, that have been scattered among. Hey, the scriptures speak about what James 1 and 1. For he has scattered us among them. That's a word of the curses, man. Deuteronomy 28 and 64 goes into that. So our people have been scattered all over the earth, bro. But the Lord is having that great gathering, bro.
Great gathering.
You know? It says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they
So
were.
along with that, pretty much the nations we enslaved, they're coming along with us too. Basically. So we're going to possess them in the land of the Lord. So we're going to bring them. We're going to bring them into that. We're going to bring them into captivity. They're going to have to build.
That's right.
That's what that is, man. So we're going to have fucking rows of Edomites, rows of Elam, rows of Ammon, rows of North Koreans, rows of motherfuckers in chains. Rows of people in chains being brought to the land of the Lord to build it up. You got to build, man.
That's right.
For free. And what we're going to do is enjoy it.
That's right.
They shall possess them and bring them onto the land of the Lord, man.
For servants.
And you got to remember, even the ones of our people that cleave onto us as well, because we're going to go to lands where there's Israel. We go like to Vietnam. We're going to have to collect our people that are believers there. You got a lot of Jakes over there, for example. They've been downtrodden there. You got a lot of Jakes in Vietnam and shit, man. Downtrodden Vietnamese Jakes. They're Jakes though, but they've been treated like shit in that society. We're gonna go collect them. They believe in, and they're gonna be, they're gonna be pleased to cleave onto us. Finally, you know, because Jake don't get no respite in this world, wherever the fuck they're at. They're under the curses. Like the ones in Vietnam, they're like shunned. Because they might have Afro hair, or, you know, one of them might be a Hispanic, but her mom's Vietnamese, but her dad was Mexican and shit. That bounced back to America, you know what I'm saying? But they got communities, yeah, man. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Get treated like shit, man. Go on, bro.
Hey, you know, I was gonna land back because they showed you that in that Spike Lee, the Five Bloods.
You
man.
mentioned that. I hadn't even seen
And
that.
you had the Vietnamese chick. She laid down with a Judite cat, the Afro and that. And he, you know, the daughter, she had straight up Afro hair and that. And she said, "Look, I wasn't even fit to clean the toilets." You know, the chick, she was with the mom. She was like, "I wasn't even fit to clean the toilets because of the child that I pushed out." So that shows how the heathens look at us, man. You know?
Them Moabites hate Jake.
And they didn't even, and the funny thing is, Jake didn't even, them wars was Jake being, so like I always say, them wars was Esau's wars, but Jake's, we're slaves in his kingdom. You know, because even that dead president shows you that black man go home. They didn't even, remember that? When they had the black soldier, he was dead, but they put on him black man go home. Because they think of, when they think of the West, they're thinking of the devil, the white man, the invader of lands. But you know our people, because we're in captivity, we fight for him. You feel me? So it's true. So, but then the joke thing is, by default now, when you get Jakes that they breeded up the women there, their children just catch hell. But you can have the fucking Esau can have kids in these lands, and they're just good.
Yeah. It's a benefit unto them.
It's a benefit, yeah. Them curses, man. Them curses, man.
That's right. It says, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Now check that out. That's Old Testament. What goes with that in the New Testament? Revelation 2:25. You know, he that endureth and keepeth my works unto the end. You know, to him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. So that's actually, that coincides. That goes hand in hand with Isaiah, the 14th chapter. And Yahweh Shai said that. So Yahweh Shai is down with what Isaiah is saying right here. Come on, bro. Listen, bro. This is why you got guys that only deal with it. I only deal with the Old Testament done away with or whatever. Come on, bro. Are you crazy? This is still got to play out, man.
We're still waiting for a time of
That's
peace
from
on
the
the
Old
earth.
Testament, man.
Exactly.
Reading.
Exactly.
You just said that, yeah. True.
Yeah.
A quick one.
That's a future. That's like future prophecy, and that's so-called earlier on in the scriptures. That's
Yeah.
Isaiah, right? That's so-called earlier on the Old Testament. You know what I mean? Like it's an early book or whatever.
yeah.
But it's saying something that ain't even happened yet.
Ain't even well, Isaiah the 2nd chapter. It's
Isaiah
saying a lot that ain't happening
Yeah,
yet. A time of war no more. Come on, when have we seen that
Daniel,
time on the earth?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. We're still waiting for that prophecy to play out, man.
So this is deep, man. It's deep, man.
Books of the prophets are deep, yeah.
But you know, I can picture that, bro. We're risen up, and we got them Esau in chains dragging him to the land. We're gonna go different places, bro. We're gonna go wherever Esau is. Them nice beaches we've been in Wales. We're gonna capture them crackers there. We're gonna drag them to. You know what I'm saying? Put them on boats. Let them suffer a bit. Then it's gonna get a quick transportation. We gotta chain them up on shores and put them on boats. Make it fun. Make it fun. We can just quickly build a boat with spiritual power and just put them on it in rows of boats, just for fun, and make it a long, dragged out, heated summer's journey. And they're just sweating and fucked up and ill.
Yeah, bro.
Their ribs are just coming out like, you know what I mean? And we can do it because, you know, if we wanted to, we could transport them wherever we want, but we're going to have fun. We're going to make them, you know, that boat ride.
Oh, yeah. And we might even make them build the boat.
You know
what I mean?
That's true.
With rigor. You know what it's like?
We might go to like Eastbourne or one of them shore.
Yeah,
What's that shore? Is it Eastbourne with that highest
Oh,
point?
yeah, beachy head and
We'll
that.
go there too, man. And we'll build the boat. It'll be there by the rocks. And we're just fucking putting them, carting them into slavery. Listen, the next journey is where we're taking them. It's fun.
Throw them overboard.
Throw them overboard. You know,
Sharks.
take them to shark-infested seas.
Real talk, man. Or have them get swallowed by a fish, you know? Put them in the belly
It ain't
of a
gonna be
fish.
no easy ride. They just took. You know, we're taking them in chains to slavery. They're gonna be carted gruesomely.
I'm gonna be naughty.
They're gonna be naughty.
I'm gonna be naughty.
In
I'm gonna be a
righteousness.
naughty
Yeah.
God.
They're gonna fucking
You gonna call my man from Slovakia?
No, from Blade. Yeah,
I'm sorry, man. You know the film quotes get you. Slovakia.
He's a character. Man.
So meditate terrorism.
We're gonna meditate scriptures. Yeah, we're gonna be naughty on it.
Hey, that
On
Blade.
some Mortal Kombat shit, innit?
Quinn. I think his name is Quinn. Mortal Kombat shit, bro.
Yeah.
We're gonna drag them into chains and captivity. It ain't just gonna be no easy ride for them. They're gonna be brought to our shores fucked up, like a fucking foot like that, and they're trying to walk, and they're fucked. You know what I'm saying?
man.
A foot like that, an arm like that, bruised and battered and bruised, wounds. Yep. Infected, sores, all of that.
Meditate terrorism.
Have your toenails rip off as we drag you along the floor. All of that. It's gonna be crazy, man.
Poisonous octopus around your body, like
As you're walking, with chains on.
in it. Yeah, with all the suction all around him, bro. This octopus is stinging the hell out of him.
Yes.
Hey, Jake's imagination is dangerous, man. You know what we're gonna do in the kingdom.
I'm gonna be doing that to them archetype Cesare looking Edomites. You're gonna be fucked, like. Bro, we're putting them in captivity, but you gotta envision stuff like that. Down in captivity ain't gonna be no easy ride, man. They're gonna build, and that's that first day. I love that scripture in Ecclesiasticus, man. It says, "Better is the end of something than the beginning thereof." So that imagine that first few times. That's why the Lord doesn't like let us know what our past life like that, because you'd be fucked, man. You don't know what the fuck went down, but you know some evil shit happens. So imagine the beginning of them days. So when it starts for them, it's gonna when that clock hits where it's time for them to suffer, it's over. It's just gonna be anguish, like.
2 Thessalonians 1:6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
Go to the word recompense, for example. Pay back or something.
And the Lord said that's a righteous thing.
Righteous, man.
You know, to them that trouble you. You know what I mean? To get that recompense, that's a righteous thing with him, man.
Righteous.
So, hey, the scriptures speak about to see the fall of our enemy. You know what I'm saying? For a man to have joy over his children, which we can't have right now, and for a man to see a fall of his enemy, man, That's what the Lord judges happy in his heart, man. So that's-
said, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh, look for pussy.
he did say that, didn't he? Yeah, man.
So this is the word recompense.
Hawk spirit.
It says antapodidiomi, and it says in a good sense to repay, requite, in a bad sense, penalty and vengeance.
Vengeance. A penalty and vengeance, man. Yeah, so you're going to pay the penalty, the price of all the bad deeds you've done, man, to our people, man. Yeah? See, and that's why the Lord said he has to put his anger in us. Yeah? Because imagine you had the Spirit of the Lord just like gave you a hologram or just downloaded through your spirit all the bad things that Esau has done for you in your past lives, ever since slavery. You know, in a cotton field, in a cold, or you seeing your son getting dashed to an alligator and your woman getting popped right in front of you, you can't do nothing, in chains.
Ripped apart.
Have you
Like,
seen
apart, yeah.
that skit with Dave Chappelle when he goes back into slavery, but he's like they're pimps. You ain't seen that? And you got like they're all in captivity. You got that Edomite slave master. He's surprised to see them because he goes back in time, the time travel. And then you got the Jakes next to the Edomite slave master, and one of them goes, "I want us to be free." And then Dave Chappelle goes, "How?" Basically, to cut a long story short, he goes, "How's about now?" Bam! And he pops the cracker like straight. You gotta see it. And the Edomite, so lucky, but it's jokes, man. Because so lucky, man. Just going back in, he makes the joke of going back into slavery and killing the Esau. It's in the comedy, but that's gonna happen in real life. And it ain't gonna be with none of these guns and shit.
Spiritual power, man.
It's gonna happen in real life. We're gonna their sins are being exposed now, and we're gonna enslave them.
Yep.
Whatever happened to that show that was How's About Now? He said. You gotta see. I wants to be free. You gotta watch it. How's it? Because he goes back in time. They're fucked, and then they're like cursing the crack out. Like Jake, it's funny, man. Go on, Carl.
No, I was gonna say, whatever happened to that? Remember that there was a trailer of that role reversal show that was gonna come out. Was it called Cracker or something?
Oh yeah.
You remember?
Yeah. Didn't they release that?
I don't know if they released. I don't know.
Is that when the Jakes are ruling?
Yeah. And the Jakes got Esau in all this shit.
Slavery.
Jake's got Esau in slavery.
Yeah.
Jake got Esau in slavery. Yeah. And I think it was called Cracker.
It's out,
Or
yeah?
Crackers.
Did they even release that?
I don't know. I have to check. Check, man. And they had one Edomite girl chained up or something in the trailer and that. And the Jake was like, Cracker. In the trailer,
That spirit's out.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
with that, remember them? Yeah, them.
Yeah.
That spirit of like that. Why is it that so-called white and black thing never goes away? Never. It's the spirit, man. It's the Jacob and Esau.
The war.
And Jacob's and Esau's had his time. Now Jacob's gonna have his time.
Yeah, Agent Smith spirit.
Yeah.
Our time. You had your time.
Yeah.
You had your time, Mr. Anderson. Now it's our time.
It's our time. Y'all had your time, man.
That's right.
Yeah, man.
I've got a quick one. 2 Ezra 6 and 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the part and asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he answered and said unto me, from Abraham...
That's the new world. The beginning of it that followeth is the new world. We're waiting for it, man.
That's right.
You know?
Or 2 Peter's 3, a new heavens and a new earth.
Got that.
Yeah, that's right. You know? It says, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Yeah. Esau's the end of the world. That's what we're seeing now. This is actually the end of Esau. You know, we're living in the end of Esau's world.
That's right.
We've actually been born and aged. Now we're aging, but we're aged in a time where the Lord's letting us see the end of His world.
Yes.
We're not born. We've lived it in our past lives, but we're the age we're in now. We're not seeing the harsh part. We're at the end. I'm saying we're not in change right now.
Yeah.
We're at the end. We're actually witnessing the end of His world, bro.
Final moment.
Wow.
So that's going back to Genesis. He sold the birthright for the morsel of meat. That's coming back on him now. right. It's actually coming back on him. Like, you know, that the fact that the Esau sold that birthright, you know, he sold it. He didn't get the everlasting kingdom. This is the end of it. This is as good as it gets for him.
He's reached his time limit.
That's it. The time is almost up, bro.
The hourglass, man.
I got a precept.
We're
Ecclesiastic.
gonna get our beginning.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Our
And that's
beginning.
what's been written.
Yeah.
Esau is the end of the world.
Yeah.
And the pride of Esau is that remember Psalms 49 and 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
That's what they think.
You know, that's what they think. But the Lord's appointed bounds that they can't pass.
That's why even Evelyn passed recently. Imagine you'd think someone like that would see the fucking New World Order, the flourishing of it. Which is the spirit, and you know, it's the spirit anyway. It's just funny, man. But someone like that's gone. Anyway. That's right. Go on, bro. Go on, man.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 25 verse 7.
We close up soon, innit?
There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that had joy of his children, and him that liveth to see the fall of his enemy.
And we're living in that time, bro. You know what, bro? You know, even the hell you catch, you kind of still got to rejoice. There's things going on in your life, but you got to be happy. You're at the end of the world, man. You know? Imagine the Lord had you here for another, which he ain't going to do that. But if we were stuck in these realms for just forever, and you can't see you don't have no hope of seeing anything different, bro, you might as well be dead. Like, for real. Obviously, man, we don't wish that on ourselves. But you might as well die if you got to live like this forever. Go on, man.
You made a good point though about, you know, catching hell, rejoicing. Because imagine, I don't know, man, imagine not catching no hell.
Yeah.
And then when the time of Jacob's trouble comes,
Yeah.
and you just been kicking it back.
Living it up.
You've just been living it up.
So-called living it up. Like.
Yeah, man, it's like, you know, the Lord it's like a training ground. Hell is like a training ground for the time to come. Because when the Lord actually delivers you through these mini tests and so on and so forth, when the final test comes, Lord willing, you be made stronger through that. And that's a purification process anyway. So that's why the Lord said rejoice. As many as I love and rebuke and trust and be zealous therefore and repent, because it just makes you, hey, you know that even they say it in the world, if you don't kill you, it makes you stronger. The Lord said to constantly endure. That's a part, it's like a rite of passage, suffering hell when it's truth. So it's a part of counting the cost, you know?
And when we look at all the great men of the scriptures, they all caught hell. They all have that in common. Whatever you want to deal with, you know, King David, you know, our king, Yahweh Shai, you know, they all caught extreme hell, you know, in the flesh, upon the earth, man. It's something that has to be done, you know, the disciples, the apostles, they all caught hell, man. You know?
Yes.
You gotta do that, like the brother said. It's like a rite of passage, man, to catch hell in the street, man. It's a requirement.
The Lord likes a contrite spirit.
I've
It's
got
a bit of life, bro.
Yep. I've got a quick precept just on what you said, Sirach 2 and 10. Look at the generations of old.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
And see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?
That's it.
For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in the time of affliction.
Time of affliction. So you have to be put in a position of affliction to be saved from it. I think Elder Apostle Gabar just done a video on that. I ain't watched it yet, but I'm going to watch it, Lord willing, later. You know? You have to be put in a position of affliction and a time of trouble to be delivered from that same thing, man. So the Lord can show his power. You know?
And then in turn, you magnify his name even more.
That's it.
You know, because when brothers get delivered, if you say, fucking hell, what's he in, man? It's
yeah.
all about glorifying the names of Yahweh or Yahweh Shai, man.
That's right.
You know? But if you were just there, like, eating crab sticks on a fucking beach chair, laid back, getting your rod blown off, topped off under the hot sun in Miami or wherever the fuck, man. Anyway, whatever these guys do with guap, you know what I mean? But if you were just there, you ain't really thinking about serving them. You ain't going through hell. You ain't even thinking about glorifying Yahweh and Yahweh Shai.
That's it.
You know? Awesome celebrities, man. Look at how they live. They just be sitting there drinking purple slizzer or whatever the fuck they do, man. Dyeing their hair dreads blonde, shaking it around in music videos. They just be doing all kinds of shit, man. A bunch of Epicurean freaks. You know? But they know, and the thing is, the proof about it, they know about the truth. All these celebrities know about. You can't tell me that one rapper don't know about the truth now, because guess what? My man Ye came out and said
it, man.
He said what he said, and the Lord done set that up. Yeah, the Lord done set that up, man. So they ain't got no cloak.
And he's bigger than all of them.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
He's really he made it. He's the rock star of that world.
That's it.
He really is. Isn't he?
Yeah.
Over all of them.
Yeah, man.
Ye is pretty much on like even on par with Dr. Dre almost. Probably over it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's got such a cultural influence, that guy.
Yeah, that's right.
So many years as well. He was a billionaire.
Yeah,
Was. He infiltrated high-end fashion.
Yeah, look at that.
Yep.
With them Yeezus shoes and all that, whatever. Not just like clothes. Anyway.
He said, "There's no name I won't name." That's what he. That's what he said. He
God
came out.
loves me.
He came out and there's no name I. Hey son.
Yeah.
So we know what you did, Dre. You know what you did. You gonna look at the cat. You know what you did, Dre. You know. So hey, there's no name he won't name.
Dr. Dre, he's got like fucking gout on his feet. You know, like his legs. You see his legs almost like there's like he's got like some. Like, you know, like when you're basically almost like your leg can almost get amputated. That's kind of what's happening with Dre.
Got the gout.
Like I don't know if it's gout, but it's something, you know, where it's like almost like gangrene. You have to see it. Where they're saying, you know, he's got an illness.
There you go.
Dr. Dre. Because he was wearing shorts and people were saying, what's that on his legs and that? Like where it could be amputated. You know, that's them demons, bro.
There you go, man. There you go.
Yeah, I think it was Dre. I see that. I was like, what? Dr. Dre, he's catching. That's why you don't really see him like that, Dre. He kind of is in the shadows, Dr. Dre.
He looks a little bit fucked as well when you see him.
Remember his baby's mum was taking bare money out of him?
Yeah.
He was through, bro.
Yeah, man. He's kind of in the shadows, Dre. Dre is like, it's funny, man. That's funny, man. I've got the scripture. Okay, go on. We close up after you, bro. After.
This is our first. In fact, let me start up. It says from verse 30, 29. It says, "But this I say, brethren, the time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none, and they that weep as though they wept not."
So lucky, not to cut you, but just if I can say on that point as well, that's going into our sacrifice, man. You know, they that have wives be as though they have none. You know, anything we have here, you got to know that you can lose it. Right. And what we're putting is truth first, man. That's a part of what the law requires, man. A sacrifice. You know, we're going to lose things, but what? We're losing things to gain it all in the Lord.
That's right. Hey, Peter said that.
Yeah.
He said you're going to be sitting on the throne in the 12 tribes. Guess what? You sacrifice wife, children, all of that. He went down the list. He told him exactly what it was. And that was written, the things that are written aforetime are written for our learning, man.
That's
you
the
know?
Lord.
That's
the
it.
Lord
That's the Lord.
That's that quid pro quo.
That's right. This for that.
Yeah, man. Lord came straight and told us what it is, man.
That's
I
right.
believe that's in the same chapter where that young man said, "Good master," but he didn't want to give up his good possessions.
He didn't want to give up, yeah.
You see, because he didn't have faith in the Lord.
You don't want to sacrifice.
He didn't want to sacrifice. That's it.
Yeah, because the Lord, he knew what he was coveting. I know this, I know that, but then guess what? The Lord cut him, man. He said, all right, give what you got. You know?
That's it.
And he was pricked. And that's it.
That's what he really believes in. You know?
Yeah.
That's what he really loves.
Yeah.
You can have a man, you know, in the truth, and he might have riches, and he might use them riches to do certain things. But for that guy, that one he's luck, man.
Yeah.
You know, that was his weakness.
Yeah, so the Lord, you know, on the point on that, the Lord knows if you're faking the funk. You know what I'm saying? You can't pull the wool over the Lord's eyes. That's why the scripture says, "Cursed be he that doeth the work of the Most High deceitfully." You in it, yeah, I'm fasting, I'm doing this. But then guess what, man? But you've got some inward inward intent.
Yeah.
You know, them lost and desires. You really ain't, you know, deep down, you just inside, you just something there's something in there. You know what I mean? That's what the scripture says, in whose spirit is no guile. You can't come with guile in this, man. You know, the scriptures speak about counting the cost. You know what I'm saying? Like giving up everything. Okay, do you know what you're really a part of? Okay, look, when you made that step, do you know exactly what you're doing? The Lord speak about a vow. You come into this truth, you make a vow. The Lord said, pay that thou owest. The Lord ain't playing no games, man. You've been hired by the King of Terrors. You crazy? Wow. Listen, bro. Like you fill out a job application to go work for Esau. I said, that's just Bob. You signed a job application for the King of Terrors, bro. That's one of his many titles, bro.
That's heavy.
You know, and you by now it's gonna be you getting fired.
Yeah, like the mafia, man. Then you're just gonna get whacked.
You're speaking with a physics.
Yeah. And they tie the brick around your foot and you just jump. And the scripture says that. You know?
Yeah, because bro, you've been brought into the someone do something. Right. You've done it with them. How do you just go now? You don't know. They don't know who you're gonna go talk to. Yeah. You know, okay. You can just go after you know, like there's things that are just like you're tied forever.
Yeah.
Yep. The only way out of it is to die.
It's like in Esau's kingdom. If there's like a
That's
whistleblower,
life,
if there's a whistleblower that knows too much information, in a short period of time he's missing it. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear from him again.
The Lord will get rid of you. Yeah. You know? The Lord will get rid of you. You know, you got all these precepts floating around in your head. You know, and you just think you can just go back in the world.
You shaved your beard and that.
Yeah, you shaved your beard.
Yeah.
It's true.
Trying to blend in and that.
All that God knowledge, and then you just walking around like you wasn't a part of it. Nah, man, you gotta go. The Lord's gonna get rid of you, man.
That's right.
You know, because you're not worthy of being a compartment, not a compartment, in addition to the world with that information in your mind. You know, so you gotta go. The Lord's gonna get rid of you, man. Or you're gonna get, taken out by the missiles. You know, the ICBM missiles, man. You know,
The Lord can put you on ice.
yeah.
The Lord can just put you on that back burner, man. Just like slow cook your ass.
Yeah.
You know them slow cookers. You can get them slow cookers that be cooking shit where you at work for the whole day to be bubbling.
Yeah.
And Lord got these niggas on that slow cook setting, man.
Yeah.
And the heat's turning up.
Yeah.
You know, we can see it. You hear it. How about Shina Shai turning up?
Yeah.
You know, it says, and they that weep as though they wept not, and they that rejoice as though they rejoice not, and they that buy as though they possess not. But I've got stuff. You know, he got guys that just like, I've got house, I've got, you know, he be thinking, but you know that parable of the guy, well, you know, I will say to that guy's soul, you know, I've laid up treasures, I've stocked up all these things. Then the Lord says, say, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required. You know, this be paraphrasing, I don't really remember.
He got taken out that night.
Yeah. You know?
I'm required his spirit.
He said he's going to build a barn. I've got treasures. I'm going to build a barn and store greater things. And he had plans, basically.
Thou fool.
Yeah, and then the Lord said, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required. Then whose shall those things be? You know? So all of that hidden intentions deep inside. And I've got plans, businesses. Come on, man.
Riches.
Yeah, riches.
Yeah. But then you had Yahushua when he said to the young man, he said, when he said to Yahushua, I got to bury my mother or his father, then Yahushua said, look, let the dead bury the dead. You know, Yahushua was cold, man. Let the dead bury the dead. You know, that's a cold statement, man. You know, and that's a cut. Like, let the dead bury the dead. This is how serious this ministry is. This is how serious the truth is, that the Lord said, let the dead bury the dead. If you want to follow me, you got to follow me now, man. You know,
ASAP.
Well, they did, wait, Peter and Andrew, follow me and I'll make you fishers of men.
straight way.
Straight to the left hand next.
Immediately, bro.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Oh,
That's it. Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, look at it. I got it. It says, and they that use this world is not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. That was the point I wanted to get. You know? So all this building and shit, this world's on its way out, man. Like the elder Apostle Gabar always says, it's circling in the drain. You know, it's on its way out. You see the divisions among Esau. No kingdom divided shall be able to stand, man. Wars, rumors of wars. You know, even over there, I was talking to the brother Oman about it earlier, about the Poland. The two, it was a geezer from Poland that was like, we thought it was going to be the start of World War III because, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously the bomb that killed 2 Polish cats over there or whatever. So you got people over there in Poland that are sweating because they're part of NATO. You know, so they're on edge. That's another rumor of war. So that's another indicator of the times that we're in. You know?
It can happen anytime.
Anytime, that's right.
And that was a hot situation because they came out and they said, well, it was a Ukrainian missile, but they said ultimately it's Russia's fault. Ultimately. So they choose their words very carefully because they know what it is. That's World War III. So they kind of dismissed it. But they could have used that to say, look, this is World War III, but it's not time yet. You know? But we're in the midst of that.
Something's going to happen soon, man. Because you know what? Remember, they got to invade Iran as well.
That's it. Exactly.
So that prophecy has to play a part. Babylon's got to go into Iran.
It's shit, though.
MOTB.
MOTB has to be made mandatory. That's a major prophecy that has to pop off first. Before the
Invasion.
That's right. That's right.
Jacob's trouble, time of great tribulation.
All of that.
Man. Since there's never been a nation, that's coming, man. We gotta know what time we're in. And these signs, you gotta be watching. I got a precept, a real quick one.
We'll end it on this one, So unless you got more,
No.
This is real quick. This is Romans 13 and 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed.
That's one of my favorite scriptures, man. Now high time to wake out of sleep. Then the Apostle Paul said in 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, be ye not asleep as do others. You know, ye are not in darkness. You know, but we're children of the light, children of the day. You know, you can't see in the dark. Like right now, if I was to turn all these lights off, it's pretty much hard to see. You know, but when you got the light, you can clearly see. You know, you can see where the brothers are at. You can see where you're walking. But you see that the Lord said that gross darkness shall cover the earth, man. You know, so the wicked of our people are in that dark state of mind. So we have to thank Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that we've been given the light to be able to see. The Lord said, ye are the light of the world. You know, so we're supposed to let that light shine. Don't hide it. Using them talents. That's it. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good work. The Lord wants to see you put, your money where your mouth is. You know, I'll show my faith by my works. The Lord gave us money. The parable of the pound. You know, and then the Lord said, occupy till I come. We've got to maintain the business of the Lord, man. The harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. You know, and it's all gonna the quid pro quo. It's all gonna pay off, man. We're all gonna receive that penny in the end, Lord willing. We be of the elect. You know, and ultimately, first of all, we need to be saved. That's it. And then seek ye the kingdom first, and all these things shall be added. You're gonna be eating grapes. You know what I mean? You got smoke fat grapes too. You know what I mean? Not no fucking seedless Frankenstein. You know what I'm saying? Like
those fucking sweet green ones. They're basically like Haribos. Basically.
GMO spliced.
Yeah, man. GMO, that's it.
Anyone got anything else? That's it. Yeah. So close it.
Yeah, man. We can give all praises to Yahweh.
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash.
God bless to the elders and apostles of Great Most High and well. And shalom to the hopeful elect of Israel, man. Till next time, man. Shalom.